Hello everyone, I am 16-Bit Jeff of the Geek Fighters. Welcome to our usual Saturday stream here on twitch.tv/the Geek Fighters. Joining me as always is the head of the group, Fighter Cows.
You can hear me, because this store doesn't like me.
Yeah, well they should because the bar is moving on my end, so they should hear you perfectly fine. And join us as always is our third amigo of the group, Double RPG.
Time to see about that baby today.
Yep.
Time for you to get back in Lilith's belly.
Yeah, for those that don't know, last week we ended off where we were fighting the Mundus spawn.
Yeah.
So this is part 7 of our continuing Let's Play for DmC Devil May Cry, which was released back in 2013. Well, I should say originally for Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. From developer Ninja Theory and publisher Capcom.
Yes, and and the Mundus spawn, it's got a face that only a mother can love.
Follow Jason Voorhees, huh?
Yeah, yep.
But enough about me. How's you guys' day been?
Oh, fine. Got me a new smartphone today.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus.
Awesome. How about you, Jerry, since there's been a lot going on your end?
This is my week has been, up and down because, my dad got home from knee replacement.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm doing okay.
By the way, how's your dad doing?
Sticking behind me right now.
I bet he must have been... I bet that's like the first time he's actually gotten sleep ever since he's gotten home from the hospital he was sadly at, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm sure he needs all the rest he can get because undergoing that arduous task to get his knee replaced.
It's not, if you guys don't know, that's not like cleaning it up.
No.
That's completely taking out your knee and putting in a titanium there instead.
Yep.
Yep.
So it...
Like giving him a prosthetic knee or something like that.
Basically what it is.
That's what it basically is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I stopped last week because I can tell I'm doing already a better job than last weekend.
He can barely walk now, so he can walk on it still, which is crazy because it hasn't even been a week.
I know.
Lilith, you get out here. I'm gonna do a roundhouse kick on you. Sorry, butt. And you look ugly.
Like you said earlier, Kyle, that's definitely a face only a mother can love. I mean, you said it best.
Who, the baby or Lilith?
What do you think?
The baby.
I was thinking a little bit of both.
The toilet.
Exactly.
The toilet. If I had that soundboard working on your end too, then I would try to get to play, but you'd probably be getting feedback from all of us.
Right, I would. So it's best it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't have the equipment to probably do that as of yet. Hopefully that'll all change by around this time next year. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Starchild said something.
Okay.
He was just messing around on Skyrim. Me streaming the PS4 version got him to buy the festival.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
If only Twitch knew that and gave you a piece of that money.
Yeah, if only, right?
Don't you do that for some games? I wish you did it for all games. Like, oh, you inspire somebody to pay to buy a game.
It's like you're getting. It's like you're getting commission off of it.
It's like if they had a sheet,
But which they should allow.
all they need is like a receipt, and they'll tell Twitch, oh, this streamer inspired me to buy this game, and then they give the streamer a cut. That's cool.
Again, you would think.
That'd be quite an innovative feature, but unfortunately, it's not applicable on there at this point, which sucks.
Yep.
Starchild also said, if I'm also, because of Discord playing around with me, I have no idea if I'm being heard again, but he said, I'll probably try to beat some games this weekend. I'm close to the end of the Attack on Titan game for PS4.
Oh, cool.
That, which he said he has it in Japanese, but
Is he talking about the Attack on Titan Muso game?
right. I think he has the other one. I guess that was it.
Oh.
It's a Muso game, and then the Muso game I think did come out.
Mm-hmm.
The other game, the one that's more like a true tech, that one I think is good.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Dinner tonight because it's chicken wings.
Yummy. So yeah, I had a pretty good stream last night.
Yeah, we can tell. The reason why I said that, because we were there last night for the majority of it.
Yeah.
All of me and Jeff's numbers, they all came to you instead.
Yeah, they did.
Great, I was hoping more people would, especially that one guy. When I seen part one, there was that one guy who's a Face of Rage super fan. Great, I guess I got cut out there.
No, I think he heard you. He's just way too concentrated on trying to take down the baby at this point.
Oh, by the way, we got so I'm looking on my end correctly. Oh, I got a new follower.
So did I.
Double R. Do you recall when I streamed Face of Rage 1?
Yeah, didn't you stream it last week?
Recall, like, there was a Streets of Rage super fan in the chat, and all of it.
Dude, that's awesome.
Well,
thank you very much for the follow,
I was
Lazarus.
hoping he'd show up in part 2.
If you're curious, we stream every Saturday over at twitch.tv/thegeekplayers at 5 p.m. And just to let the people know in the chat, we do have future streams already planned.
The next 2 weeks, because of our buddies at Hero Club. Next 2 or 3 weeks, I don't remember.
Next 2 to 3 weeks, I think that's best. Yeah.
Our buddies at Hero Club will be at Power Morphicon as press coverage. We'll be playing Power Rangers games. You know, check out Power Morphicon, which is a good thing in turn for us if you guys don't know, like, wait a minute, you guys are going to be there. But if we get press pages for that, gives us a good look, and also the case so maybe me and Jeff can get press badges with wheelchair to go to New York Comic Con. That's my thinking of why I agreed to help out. Plus they help us out anyways.
Oh yeah, it's an understatement. They do definitely help us out, which is always a good thing.
And now it's just a matter of me trying to give me a plane ticket to come over to New York Comic Con.
Help us out anyways, and B, New York Comic Con, you and me, Jeff, are the closest ones to New York. So
I know, yeah.
should probably look at you and me to go if we find the press badges.
See, this is the one thing I hate about. Sorry, but just to talk about the game for a quick second, this is the one thing I hate about this game, is that the auto. There's no auto lock. You know what I mean? Like, especially when you need it the most.
Said that.
Like this is a perfect point right here that
Where like a lock on
mechanic. Yeah, whereas necessary when you need it.
Original has over the regular, the main continuity.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really surprised that the Devil May Cry games, they actually don't have a block thing. I mean, you know, in the traditional sense.
Right, not like the parry option that was in Revengeance.
Devil May Cry 3.
Yeah. Because
And Revengeance too, right?
that Revengeance thing, like, see, that's the difference. Like, if there was, like, say in Metal Gear Solid Revengeance, if there was like a block button, like you said, I would be fine. But that parry that parry option they went with that game just, I don't know about you, but to me felt unnatural. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I can definitely understand that they're wanting to experiment with trying it, but yeah, it just didn't feel like it was realistic or whatnot.
But and so I mean, speaks of not speaks of Rushing Beat Shooter, my favorite beat 'em up on all 16-bit platforms.
Right.
And I thought you like Streets of Rage is my favorite soundtrack.
Well, yeah, that's
The Streets of Rage series.
clearly an understatement.
Just in terms of gameplay, Rushing Beat Shooter is actually my favorite beat 'em up.
He has a stand? He has a stand?
It's one of my clips, yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching that yesterday, and I was like, wow.
It's like, oh, yo, that's a high keyboard that day. I can't blame you, dude.
Is that a joke?
Oh, looks like we're finally at the final form of this boss. Man, I'm glad I took a break last week. I needed it.
Oh, nice.
Because I was getting my butt pounded last time, right, guys?
Oh, yeah. You were having...
Well, hey, I feel your pain, Jeff. Remember Streets of Rage 1, I kept getting killed.
I know. It always happens when you stream live, right?
Exactly, and then I did a sneaker stream and I finally beat it.
Yeah, and now it's happening to me when I'm playing the Mega Man X games. Because the D-pad on the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, the OG controller, is
Crap.
crap. Because they're,
Professor Duncan saying that there was input lag when he was playing it.
well, it's not a matter of input lag. It's actually, I guess what they call the pivot inside the D-pad is so small that it makes
Well,
it...
I did
feel
hear
like
that
registering
there is
other,
lag within the
D-pad
recent
buttons
release.
instead of just one specific one.
I did hear that there was lag issues with the release of Mega Man X.
Yeah, that there is input lag there. That was wrong, but I guess what you're saying is also true. You're both right, how about that?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
come
best
on, man.
kind of
See that?
basically.
I just.
Why not both?
Speaking of why not both, I have to do this crap again.
What?
Again, not your guys' fault, but it's just like that's.
Oh,
If-
man.
you saw what screwed me up, right?
Yes. You just got...
I know it's a rage attack, but it's. This is the thing where I agree with the fanboys in DmC. Those are the types of attacks in this particular installment that I hate. Just to
Yeah,
make it
it's like-
difficult for the sake of difficulty.
Yeah, artificial difficulty, basically.
Like again, I'm not fine. Like when it's done right, like the upcoming Resident Evil 2 remake.
Well, at least with zombies, if you try to shoot them in the head, they don't automatically die.
But that's the difference. Like there's zombies. Like when you're not in a like straight corridor, it's easy to not feel what's the word? Stressed out. Like it's basically both stressed out. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But this, like on this end, is just like. I think this is the worst boss in this game, to be honest. Just overall design wise, like I can see why people say Mundus is bad, but I honestly think Mundus is a cakewalk compared to this boss fight design wise. You know what I mean?
Mundus is a bigger asshole in this game than his original Devil May Cry incarnation.
Oh, true, but it still stands. I think he's a better boss in some regards, design wise.
The original version is actually a cakewalk compared to this version.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. But I'm just saying when it comes to his personality.
Oh no, I got where you're coming from. I was just talking.
Remember how the original DMC had a flying shooter level?
Oh yeah, for no reason.
Or it just turned to 1942 for no reason?
Yeah. Just because, it's a Capcom game, we have to reference our own in-house IPs.
Well, you know, when it comes to Hideki Kamiya's shtick with the games, they actually adds more of an arcade feeling with his gameplay.
Oh,
in some
true.
instances.
Well, then again, to be fair, like, when he originally left Capcom, I'm surprised he never joined Sega, to be honest. To be blatantly honest, you know what I mean? Because he
Oh,
would
yeah.
be a perfect fit.
Think about Hero Club.
What about Hero Club?
What about your club, Jerry?
How did you stream Hero Club? You did. So,
Oh,
sorry.
You know, I got a good question, guys. Even though he wasn't relevant back in 2013 when this game was originally released, if Bob Bobbers was supposed to be an allegory to freaking Bill O'Reilly, would it be fair to call this an allegory of everyone's favorite right-wing nutcase Alex Jones?
I would assume so.
I mean, he does have. I mean, face-wise, when you look at the Spawn, the Spawn baby, it looks like a complete clone of Alex Jones. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, like I said, this boss kind of reminds me of that monster from that short internet film Zygo that had Dakota Fanning.
Oh yeah, that one. I know which one you're talking
That
about.
monster scared the shit out of me. Just made up of different body parts of humans.
Yeah, again, I know which one you're talking about.
How do you call it?
See, I know it has like a, I know it has an animation to warn the player, but still, I hate that it's part of the boss fight that we're currently playing right now.
Right. It makes it more frustrating instead of fun with that trial and error type of experience.
Exactly.
I mean, if they want a cue, then take a look at Tomonobu Itagaki when it comes to Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 on the Xbox and Xbox 360.
You would think.
Yeah, those games are the perfect example of trial and error done right.
Again, yeah, you would think. Like just right now, it just happened twice. Good thing I missed it. Good thing I missed both of them, but still, it's just. Again, I don't hate this game, but it's just that there's some design choices that make me go, why is this even a thing?
So, Star Child said something.
Oh yeah?
In hard starting over in Skyrim, this is a lot. I just noticed it now. I'm used to my 360 save. Ninja Gaiden games are retardedly difficult.
Which ones? The NES?
Yes, well,
Or the newer ones?
definitely follow that category.
Definitely falling the category. It's like, yeah, no kidding. Like that's not even an understatement.
You got a better chance with this baby.
Yeah, hopefully.
I believe in you, man.
I'm doing the right thing now. I'm just using up the double trigger. It's like screw it.
Take Piccolo's advice, Jeff. Dodge!
Yep. No offense, but he really needs to learn how to dodge.
And we are done.
Alright, Lilith.
Ninja Gaiden on NES. He has the cart. Part 2.
You know, I just realized, guys.
The best game in the NES trilogy.
Guys, I just realized something.
What?
This thing shares the same exact name as another Capcom character from a beloved IP.
Darkstalkers.
I think we just saw the first reintroduction of Lilith from the upcoming Darkstalkers reboot under Ono's tutelage.
Oh God.
Wood!
Yeah, and we'll just call her Box Art Lilith. Just an homage to Box Art Mega Man.
Kyle, don't give anyone any ideas. Who knows who's listening in the chat? For all we know, it could be Capcom.
You know Capcom would do that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Don't give them ideas.
They did that for Roll in Mega Man. Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yeah, both Raw and Mega Man. I know that, yeah, but still.
Child said he has Darkstalkers anime.
Oh, nice.
That's right. I saw bits of it. I never saw the whole thing.
Oh yeah, the anime 1,000 times better than the American cartoon.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
Oh, don't remind me. Ooh. Ooh.
Dodge, Jeff.
Ooh, completion.
But still, like, just
no.
look at the number of deaths I got.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I get that many deaths. Look at my final result.
An A.
That makes no sense.
They're just gonna be lenient and give you a passable grade.
But still, this is...
You're definitely above average.
That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Oh, now we're at mission 15. Everyone's favorite mission.
Oh God, I'm not looking forward to this.
You know which part I'm talking about, right, Jerry? Because you and I originally reviewed it back in the day for Broken Infinite.
The one scene I think we all can agree is probably the worst thing to come out of Devil May Cry.
Mm-hmm. Even worse than F.U. F.U.
Yep. God, look, you look bad with all those stitches on your back. It's like you're just made. But then again, you are a doll made by Mundus.
Mm.
So I guess you could say Lilith is Mundus's blow-up doll.
Basically.
That is the point, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See,
You
that's
see the push shot, double M?
that's a sad.
Yes. Never
that's-
not God.
That's the sad thing about DmC Devil May Cry. There's a lot of good ideas. It's just with some of them, they go too literal. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like I love how they.
What they call it? Hand boosting.
Yeah, yeah. It could also. I mean, also work that could be used as pretentious too, right?
Pretentious just means they think they're better than you.
Yeah. But it's sad because, like, I do like the idea that they were inspired and influenced by, say, like, Day Live in regards to, like, how, you know, how society and the government is interpreted in this, you know, reboot of Devil May Cry. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of disappointed. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm really excited for the upcoming release of DmC 5 from the guys over at Capcom Japan. I think it's going to be a phenomenal game, but I'm kind of disappointed that we might not get a sequel to this game. Because...
DmC 5 was the sequel.
yeah, we originally thought, funny enough, you know what I mean?
But even if they did do a sequel and they decided to hire Ninja Theory for it, you know it would be an Xbox exclusive.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. It's like, even... They can still even do a sequel without Ninja Theory's involvement, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
With the Dante, of course I don't call him Dante, I like him, but I'm kind of fine with this continuity being Xbox already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Like the OG being PS/PC exclusive, and this being Xbox/PC exclusive. I agree, yeah. Like,
That's what I'm saying, continuity.
they can be both available on PC, but when it comes to, you know, console exclusivity, like, I wholeheartedly agree with you. Like, totally, they...
Virgil, don't you get any funny ideas, mister.
And I hate that. See, it's just like, I hate that direction. It's like, I know I did something bad, then why did you do it?
What? Yeah, Virgil, what the hell?
It's like, I shouldn't do it. Screw it, I'm doing it.
Oh, man.
And I'll say this right now.
Mundus is about to commence purgatory on everybody in Limbo City.
If there's one thing I can understand with people not liking the tone and writing of this game, if there's one thing I think everyone will agree on, is that I think the soundtrack from both Noisia and Combi Christ, especially the Noisia instrumental soundtrack, I honestly think it's underrated, to be honest.
Well, it doesn't.
Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Combat Christ, but I like that, you know, the soundtrack fits the tone of this universe, kind of like how the soundtracks from DMC's 1 through 4 fit its particular universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Star Child said, who's the bald guy? That's the main antagonist. This is DMC's rendition of the character Mundus, or Mundus, from OG.
Yeah, did they ever explain
Right?
how the official pronunciation of that character's name is?
Mundus.
It is Mundus? Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, in the original Devil May Cry, yes, that's what they call him in this.
Part of me wants to replay the original.
Me too.
I mean, I had the game on PC through the Twitch app when it was free
Yes.
because I have Amazon and Twitch Prime.
See?
That's how you said it. Yeah, actually, it tells me it's 59. That's up to me, right? For the price.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't want to actually pay money.
Oh, Dante, I can see what he's doing. He's having his little inception moment right here.
Yep. See, I think the reason why I like this interpretation more of DMC over the original series is I just prefer, the overall style this, universe's take than say the original series. You know what I mean?
I think what it is, Jeff, and I think you actually prefer more realism when it comes to video games.
Not really. Like, I wouldn't call this realistic. I would honestly call this more style over substance, kind of like the original series. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a different interpretation of style compared to what,
Well, I mean, what I'm trying to say is you prefer realism more than like camp humor.
Okay, if that's what you're trying to say, then yes. But to be fair, like, is this? That's a good question to bring up. Would this be considered realism or grounded?
I'd say a mixture of both.
Okay, no, because it is a good question to bring up. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, looking at this, this is definitely a mixture of both. Whereas with the OG Devil May Cry series is completely camp feel.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Totally. I mean, come on.
I was supposed to fill your dark soul with light.
Cuts up a bunch of people and then says keys.
Oh man, I missed it.
Hey. If you heard of some rant listen, some guy was cutting people that said keep your style. And people were just marking out.
Okay, we're done with one of the worst chapters in this game.
Oh yeah.
You can get smoking sick style.
And you know what? Going back to what you were originally talking about, Kyle, I think you're right because I do like gothic horror, but I like this more. So I think the word you were really trying to find is more surreal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, surrealism.
Because like the monster design, I think the reason why I like it so much because the monster design, funny enough, reminds me a hell of a lot like something that would come out of Silent Hill. Maybe that's the reason why I like this interpretation.
Mm-hmm. And we know how much of a big fan you are towards Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm.
When it was still around.
Oh, I think it's gonna come around. I also think to some degree Konami's in the same predicament that Capcom was a couple of years ago. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And Starchild said the Devil May Cry anime was pretty good. I didn't know if I was going to like it or not, but it was good. And yeah, I will definitely say it wasn't the best thing to come out of the whole wide world when it comes to video games getting an anime adaptation. But for something that has an original story set between the first game and the fourth game, I'd say they did a okay job, or a good job at least.
But there's one thing I'm really confused about. But it's a good question. The one thing I'm really confused about is DMC4. They said that DMC5 is a direct continuation of DMC4's story.
Yes.
But is it a continuation of both DMC4 as well as DMC2, or are they retconning DMC2 into DMC4's narrative?
If anything, I would say it takes place after. It does take place after 4, but taking place after 2, but if they retcon 2, then I wouldn't have any problems with that, because if they're not going to go forward with 2 to see if Dante comes back from hell or not, then...
Because that's the main. It's because it's funny you bring it up because that's the main reason why I'm asking, because the way that Dante overall is designed in DMC 5, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's definitely sporting that Jeff Bridges look to his face. I know some people said that he looks like Jeff Bridges with that new look.
Well, I'm not surprised. I can see it, especially the uncanny valley that we were introduced to Jeff Bridges' character in Tron Legacy a couple years ago. Oh god, thank God, CGI's gotten so better recently.
He's talking about the animals.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't have... Yeah. I mean, it would have been nice, but, I mean, it had some good ideas, but, yeah, it wasn't like even mixture between over-the-top action and story.
Speaking of which, there's one thing that I heard from a recent Dengeki interview with Hideaki Itsuno. He is not ashamed that he or Capcom were involved in this reboot that we're currently playing. In fact, it sounds like he took some influence from some of the design choices in DMC for DMC 5's gameplay design. Like, I'm glad to hear that, because I honestly think this is an alright... Like, I understand where some fanboys have a problem with, because my biggest problem is, it's not with fans, obviously, from the fan base of DMC. It's just those people that say, oh, I don't like it just because, you know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, so what's the difference between an Elite and the original Stygian? Seriously, what's the difference? Just a different color? Probably most likely, huh?
Probably one's male and one's female. Kind of like how they have some male and female variants of Pokemon.
Yeah, but you gotta have that quality, huh, guys? Oh, here's a return of my favorite enemy, the Witch. Yay.
Oh. She's being a little bitch hiding behind a barrier.
What, you mean like how KSI recently was?
Train, and it's like, hey, you want to watch Overwatch? No, I want to watch... No. Jeez.
Overwatch?
No. I don't want to watch Overwatch.
Oh, because I think it's because the supposed finals are going on today. I think that's the reason why.
The Overwatch League or whatnot?
Yeah, I think that's the reason why it's sending out that message.
Oh, it is the Overwatch League. Yeah, I open Twitch, and the first thing is there, Overwatch League. So I'm like, really? Autoplay?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you will never ever see me streaming that game, not once.
Well, to be fair, the game's not bad, but I understand why people don't like it. I mean,
Well,
as for me, you might see me stream Fortnite as a one-off.
yeah, he would be might.
mine.
In all caps, might. I mean, Jerry, let's be blunt. You know I'm not wrong.
Unless if I decide to do something like, try it out just for fun, then yeah, maybe. But like make it a full-time deal where I just constantly keep streaming it. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Dude,
No,
no one would.
excellent. Going on.
Stupid witches.
I know.
Just let Jeff put his hand down.
You see me?
Yeah. I can still hear, dude.
Guys, it's just Discord has been...
Stupid.
Has been
yeah.
has been unfriendly with our friendly neighborhood fire cows.
Oh, it's excellent. According to Twitch. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna screen you
Something
guys.
back itself.
Do that. With how little health I have, yes, screw that. I'm not fighting you guys.
He's got to get He's got to get inside the main building where Mr.
Dreamer.
El Furio Presidente of Limbo City is located. Oh, Dream Runner's back.
Yep.
Samurai
And I'm
versus,
dead. Good.
versus Barbaric Swordsman.
Good news is I still always have full health, which is good.
Wait a minute. Star Child, what do you mean, what game?
What's it talking about?
He said, yeah, he typed in the chat, what game?
We don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I don't.
No.
I even don't know what he's talking about. As you can see, I'm kind of preoccupied at the moment.
Oh yeah, I mean, when the enemies are really tough like that, you want to keep your concentration to the max.
Yeah. You know, so there won't be a pain to you know what.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the game, they said they didn't want to screw. Oh, Overwatch.
Oh yeah.
Because when I went to check the Twitch page on autoplay Overwatch, Double R said you won't stream it, and then I said I might stream Fortnite.
Yeah.
I don't see myself doing it much.
You know, I don't see myself streaming Overwatch or Fortnite either, but I do see myself playing it off stream, obviously. You know what I mean?
Yeah, off stream.
I might stream it to be like, haha, I know nothing about this game.
Nor do I care. Haha.
I stumble and yada yada. Haha, I don't know anything.
Like again,
Old man tries to play a game that's hit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me. That'll be my
That'd be us where we start our own streams, series of streams called How to Not Play Overwatch or How to Not Play Fortnite. And
Oh God,
people are gonna
no,
be like,
no.
It's like Dark Side Phil now.
See, that's why I was. That's why.
Phil doesn't name that himself. It's the people who edit, who do this hilarious edits of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which I gotta give mad props to Rocket Launch here for calling out Phil.
Yeah, I'm
most
confused.
recent
What
video.
recent? Why did he call him out again as a recent?
Well, it's basically his same shtick that he's been doing for over 10 years.
Okay. That
And
he's
not
all out
trying
of
to-
money and the usual crap.
Yeah, and how he is not trying to change himself for the better.
Okay. Yeah, because I just had to ask, because I was confused as all heck as first, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I just had to ask, because I was
No, sorry, that was the stream.
still, man.
Google Chrome shows the stream a lot better than stream again, because I didn't know what was going on before.
It's my fault. I mean, I didn't mean to go into that elevator. Was my bad?
Uh-oh. Whoops.
Let me guess, it's gonna be 666. Oh, it isn't. Good. It's not that trope
Fine.
for once.
Well, I imagine the top floor is going to be.
Good, brother?
Hey, buddy.
Where is everybody? Why is it so dank?
Good luck.
Oh, don't worry, we'll find out in a bit where you actually are.
Oh, Dante's sword's clipping through his coat.
Yep. Well, because they're trying to be stylistic because of reenacting Cat's plan by chalkboard.
I don't know about how you're playing it, but because my Mac is so old, when I'm watching it, water.
What's up, dude?
It looks like water.
Oh, because I found out from Jerry, like on his end, when he watches it either for the Twitch app or or even web browser doesn't even show them full HD, right, dude?
Yeah, it doesn't do it.
Well, like for example, Kyle, like where you and I are able to watch, both at 720p and 1080p at 60 frames.
Right.
He's only able to watch it at 720, 30 frames at best, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard you, but don't worry. It's just like it's weird that when he went to that stage, I couldn't hit him. The chainsaw wielding guy.
Well, I'm saying double R because of my Mac.
Right. It's so old.
like-
It can only handle so much.
Which
It looks like he's playing underwater instead of at 60
Yeah.
frames.
yeah.
Because of how slow the speed is, basically. Or the frame rate.
Well, that's the problem. Yeah, because people didn't. Actually, no. That for the console versions, that was the case. For the PC port, it was
Well, the
weirdly
PC
enough able.
port and the definitive edition on PS4 and Xbox One, it was
Which-
60 frames.
Which I gotta say, if that was the case, they should have waited this gen to release this game. You know what I mean?
Should have been.
But then again, it would have been even longer for a wait for DmC 5. You know what I mean? If they did, so maybe it was for the best, maybe it wasn't. Who really knows? You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, some memories from Resident Evil, the movie, anybody? With Mila Jovovich?
Yep. Wait, do you mean the same Mila Jovovich that's going to star in the upcoming Monster Hunter movie?
Yep. Monster Hunter, set in the modern era. Might as well call it God Eater or something.
Yeah. See, you were just asking guys where the people were. There they are.
Oh, those poor souls. They're getting dragged around, being glitched all over the place.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, those are the glitch anomalies in this game that we have to defeat. They're intentional glitches.
Yep.
While you still have full control of your character. So it's like, it's playing Eternal Darkness on you.
Speaking of which, that'll be a nice re-release to come out for the Switch.
Oh yeah, Eternal Darkness, Sandy's Requiem. Oh god, it better happen or at least finally get a sequel underway.
Well, to be fair, I mean, this is the same company, Kyle, that says, oh, we know how many people really want to see Mother 3 come to the US. You know damn well they want the game, but it's never going to happen. Again, I would like to be proven wrong, don't get me wrong, but...
Right.
Let's say whatever happened to Sega. Because they said the same thing about Shenmue for years, and then only now the re-release.
Yeah, I mean, Sega did the right thing and realized, oh wait, loyalty is stupid.
Loyalty is important.
Not when it comes to, like, say, Yakuza being exclusive to PlayStation just for the sake of, exclusivity,
Right.
you know what I mean?
But I'm glad that's finally coming to PC.
That's what I'm saying. Just like, because that's the reason why that Sega said throughout the years, and you can testify this too, Jerry. They said that for years that the reason why that the Yakuza series never came to any other platform because of loyalty with Sony, because they were the only ones that trusted them back in the day.
That's very hypocritical.
It is.
I mean, even though it did come out on the Wii U, but that was only exclusive in Japan, which was stupid.
Yeah. Like I'm still find that weird that that didn't even come to the PC as of yet, or even to PlayStation 4 or other platforms. That Wii U re-release of Yakuza 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know it's not like, but then again, they probably didn't do that because they were probably in development with Yakuza Kiwami at the time. You know what I mean? For all we know.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
But then, at the same time, it shows how much Sega intentionally screwed Nintendo over. Just like how, I guess, just like how it would do good old days, I guess.
Well, who's all excited for Yakuza Kiwami 2 this August?
Yeah, I am.
Me too.
Oh,
And
by
I
the way,
know our good man Jerry is, but he's getting Shenmue HD, Shenmue 1 and 2 HD, right?
oh, dude, he's not the only one. Like, I love Shinmu, like, I love Yakuza like the next guy, but, yo, I've been waiting for, like Jerry over here, for actual proper re-release of Shenmue for years, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it being $30 helps a lot.
Yeah, that budget release, yeah, that is.
Which, if I recall correctly, Yakuza Kiwami isn't, right?
Price.
Kiwami 2 is a full-price game, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so... Not like that, but it's just like... Honestly, in regards to upcoming Sega games I'm excited for, it's not even Yakuza Kiwami that I am. Like, it's a game I eventually want to play, don't get me wrong, but I'm excited for both Shenmue's 1 and 2 as well as Valkyria Chronicles 4.
Oh yeah, you even told us about what some people on Reset Era had to say about the game. From Japan at least.
Which I'm glad to hear that it's doing great.
Start out. You got the check?
Yes.
Yes, thanks again, guys, because like I said, I can't see jack.
There's a fine line between loyalty to one side and bitterness toward the other.
What do you say?
Yeah, that's what Star Child said. And he's not wrong.
I hate these bosses, they're so damn annoying.
Oh yeah, these porcupine cucks.
What did the Geek Fighter say?
Yeah, so I am obviously a huge Yakuza fan, but I can wait for Kiwami and get Shenmue first. That's what the Geek Fighter said. Yeah. Thank you, Gary.
Well, I mean, that is the most sensible thing to do, because, like, again, I'm not hating the game, it's just... Yakuza's gonna be there, where Shenmue...
Exactly.
That's been a long time coming, dude.
I could definitely see this in a similar scenario with how Nintendo is treating the Shining franchise, with how many people want to see a new Shining Force over the more recent iterations of the Shining games. Like, of course, there was that new Shining game that came out on PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC, Shining Resonance Refrain, and it's more an action RPG title, kind of similar to that of the Tales games.
Yeah.
But people love their good mixture of strategy RPG greatness.
Too late.
4105.
No turning back.
Which I do intend to try Shining Resonance Refrain, because it actually does somewhat intrigue me to actually try it out.
I played.
Say what?
I played the first. Force was the very first Shining Force ever.
Oh, yeah, the OG Shining Force.
The one that was worked on before they were known as Grimlock Software Planning.
Yep. You didn't forget about that they were OG partners for Sega back in the day.
Yeah.
I didn't play it on the Genesis though. I played it in the Sega Smash Pack for Dreamcast.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
You know, that was an underrated way to, that Sega tried to release their original games back in the day.
You know, since Shining Force 3, since the West only got the first scenario campaign, why haven't Sega made any attempts to actually release the other two to the West at this time, like through re-releases and stuff? Because you figure that they can possibly try to do that as well.
Oh, you would think, but it's not going to happen. Again, I wish to be proven wrong, don't get me wrong, but...
Is that the Saturn one?
Yes. That is correct.
Well, Star Child said, I'm guessing the new Shenmue game will be hard to find after a while, depending on how many copies you put up. That's another reason I want to get
Another good reason, too, because we don't know how if it's a full run or a very 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 limited run.
You said that we know Kiwami 2 will still be in stores.
I mean, that game's gonna have a full print release.
Yeah,
We all know that.
Yeah, and then it's gonna have a price cut eventually, like they always do.
Don't worry about that game.
I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised that there's not a Switch release yet. You know what I mean? Or announced so far.
I would like to see a Switch release.
Eventually, you know what I mean?
Although
Eventually.
I still do believe it was in poor taste for those.
No, I completely agree that they said, "Oh, but what about Switch?" No, I completely agree, but
It's like, yeah, I do want to see it on Switch.
but let them focus on the already announced products first and
Yeah,
foremost.
I mean, just let them focus on getting those done first. I mean, it's not too late to get a Switch version afterwards.
Exactly. But they're worried about, oh, we only care about the here and now. It's like, yeah, no kidding. They're not thinking about the future of the franchise.
Right.
And I hate to say this, dude. I want Shenmue 3 to be good, dude. But hearing it was just delayed again to 2019, I don't know, man.
Actually, that gives me more hope because like it might have been bad if it wasn't delayed.
Oh, I get that, but it's just like it's not, Yu Suzuki's fault. It's just how projects from, Kickstarters turn out thanks to a-holes like freaking Inafune, thank you, yes.
Yeah.
You was actually showing the other, which is good. But no, you're not wrong.
I hope that Bloodstained Symphony Bloodstained Ritual of the Night still gets released for this year.
Yeah, well, I think it is. I think it will. You know what I mean?
But they
I
still
hope we find some help.
and I know that they said they were going to announce the release date in May 2018, but they haven't announced Jack Squat yet.
We need help.
Maybe it was delayed back till next year. Who knows?
We're supposed to shoot those blast stars, right?
Well, I thought, I mean, if there was a delay, I figured that they would already announce it.
Yeah, you would think, but at the same time, too, they're probably. I mean, to be fair, it probably is the case because he did.
Starchild, yes, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is an homage to the Metroidvania, Castlevania games that were put out by Koji Igarashi during his time with Konami. Whereas the companion piece, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, is actually an homage to the OG Castlevania games.
Which I think that's the reason why they released that this year, just as not only as a because it was originally a reach goal, right?
Yes, it was a reach goal for there to be a companion piece.
I think they did that also as we're sorry, because I do have a feeling that there's going to be an eventual announcement saying it's delayed till next year. Because you know what's coming up this month? Gamescom.
Just got faith to try to make it to the end without needing to grab some health. Hopefully.
I don't think I need help, to be honest.
Have the arcade version, which is a Humphrey Castle on the PS4.
Oh yeah, the one where you play a Simon Belknap that looks like he has a broom shoved right up his ass.
Oh, you're talking about the OG arcade game, right?
Yeah, Haunting Castle.
What the heck happened? Oh. Oh, doesn't even give me enough time. Yeah, it doesn't give me enough time. Damn.
Like I said, oh, yikes.
Yeah, it didn't even give me enough time to get out there. You saw that, right? Whoa. Okay, at first I thought it was a glitch.
But yeah, that's the game that looks like Simon Belmont has to go to the bathroom real bad.
Yeah.
The walk animation. It's so funny.
Yeah, that was the one where it had that story where Simon was gonna marry his significant other, right? And then
yes.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah, she got abducted to end up becoming Dracula's bitch.
Which is weird because that's the story that they went with for Castlevania installment. You know what I mean? But then again, maybe that's where they got the influence from. Not Symphony of the Night, but Le Mans Vincent's.
Oh yeah, with Leon Belmont and Matthias Funkfist.
And I'm not gonna lie, if we do ever see a current gen Castlevania collection from Konami, I would like to see a collection with the 3D games that were made during the Xbox PS2 era.
I just, I want there to be a Castlevania game that takes place in 1999, so we can finally see the demise of Dracula.
But you know the sad thing is how the fanboys will say no because we don't trust Konami after what happened with Kojima. It's just like
Actually,
they're different.
I would disagree. I actually would, because you remember a game called Castlevania Circle of the Moon? That was not done by Koji Igarashi. That was actually done in-house by Konami.
Yeah, and another thing too is that I'm not gonna lie, that was one thing that ticked me off with Igarashi when he said, "Oh, it's no longer canon because I say so."
Yeah, that's pitiful.
Well, like the same crap pulled with Castlevania Legends. You remember that? Because no one in the Belmont family can be a female vampire girl. It's like, what the hell are you talking about?
And you know that everybody actually really likes Sonya Belmont.
I mean, hell, there was a point that she was going to be a playable character in that canceled Castlevania Dreamcast game, Resurrection, right?
Yep.
But again, it was a shame that was canceled to begin with, you know what I mean?
I know. I mean, there was potential that it could actually be good.
But no, just because the PS2 was the hotness back then, everyone lost faith in Sega.
Yeah.
I want to see
What?
299, those eras. I want to see the year 10,000.
The 10,000.
Year 10,000.
Oh, like an actual futuristic Castlevania, right?
Oh.
I think Double R knows where I'm going.
You want one that's after Lament of Innocence, basically.
I want to see
Or would you like to see a full-on remake of Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest?
Now that I would love.
I want to see Kid Dracula.
Oh!
Oh yeah! Wow, now that's an obscure IP I haven't heard in years.
Yes. Oh man, I actually really like it. It definitely reminds me a lot of Mega Man with its gameplay aesthetics.
Again, you would think, especially if Mega Man 11 does well too. You know what I mean? That would be a perfect IP to not only test the waters for Castlevania in today's climate, but also to be a companion to Mega Man's revival.
Yep.
You guys didn't know. That's why I said 10,000 because it took place way after everything. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Is it canon?
It supposedly. Oh, well, no,
But then again, with Igarashi, with all he probably says it's no longer canon. But then again, that's why I'm happy that Igarashi's no longer at Konami because he can no longer have the say.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Exactly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter anymore what's canon and what's not canon.
Exactly.
It's supposedly after a Circle of the Moon.
Yeah. And I don't care what Igarashi says in his fan voice. Circle of the Moon was an underrated game.
It's the reason why I hate the word canon, because thinking about this, trying to make sense of
It's
it.
more continuity is based
Yes.
on your definition, right?
Continuity, yes. Oh, Star Child said,
Simon's my all-time favorite Belmont.
you got so many different versions. I don't know which one's the right one.
Yeah, we got Leon, we got Christopher, we got Simon, we got Juice, we got Richter, we got Julius, Trevor.
You know why I don't like the word continuity of canon? It's because of that. There's so many Simons. Which one's the right one?
Hey, not only that, but I don't care what the fanboys say. I would like to see another attempt at a full-fledged 3D Castlevania title. You know what I mean?
Her child says he likes Trevor.
Speaking of Trevor, did you guys see the first footage for season 2 of the Castlevania Netflix series?
Yes.
Oh man, what do you think?
It looks phenomenal. It's kind of sad that that's the only way I actually resubscribe to Netflix. Is that's the only show I care about.
Yeah.
T-Bone.
So, is season 2 where they finally introduced Grand Dynasty or Grand Dynasty?
I imagine because they're confronting, Dracula in this season like the first one, so I would imagine.
Yeah.
Unless if season 3 is,
Because season
designed.
3 ended with Trevor, Sypha, and Alucard.
Yeah, season 1, but I think there is going to be a season 3 because I feel like that these 3 seasons are going to be a full-on trilogy adaptation of Castlevania 3. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what they're going for.
Okay.
Or what 80 Shankar or whatever his name is.
Well, not only 80 Shaker, but Warren Ellis too, because people tend to forget that when this was originally announced back, I can't believe it's been 11 years, but 11 years ago when it was announced that Warren Ellis was writing this, it was originally intended to be an animated feature. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Although I was extremely happy that they got Graham McTavish to actually voice one of the characters. It was either Dracula or Trevor in that.
I think it was Dracula.
Just a perfect voice for the character.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually surprised that was McTavish at first.
Yeah, Dante from Dante's Inferno, the EA game from Visceral before they went under.
Yeah, the unrated game that everyone said it was just a carbon copy of God of War because everything's a carbon copy of God of War.
Yeah, and honestly, I actually liked Dante's Inferno more than God of War.
Specifically God of War 3.
Yep.
If you like the Castlevania Netflix series, it's about as good as you can get.
Especially on, of all things, Netflix, because we all know how overrated of a service Netflix is, right?
When it comes to animation, because a lot of Netflix only anime and cartoons are like.
I mean, have you seen some of the crap that they supported? I mean, for every good stuff they support, there's been a lot of crap they've supported.
People act like, Netflix is great and has everything. It's like,
some of the crap they support takes a look at every Adam Sandler movie that's on Netflix.
For every good actor, there's like 20 bad shows.
Which is surprising because you see that less and less with both Amazon Prime and Hulu. Like, I think those two services have a better ratio, if you get what I'm saying.
Took it off the security guard. Might look like a table.
Starshine said a lot of Netflix anime is garbage, but that's just my opinion. But I actually agree with you.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Anime, none of them I want to watch.
I mean, honestly, like, if you're looking for a good anime service that isn't Netflix, and I will not call Netflix a good anime service, and I think Jerry agreed with this too, definitely try out Verve.
Yeah.
I mean, $10 a month.
But,
A lot of Netflix anime is garbage, so I take it he's not a big fan of Seven Deadly Sins on Netflix.
what is good, really, it's not out yet on Netflix. It'll be out in the fall. Japan Netflix has it, but they're getting it week by week. Because we're getting it all at once.
What series are you referring to, Joe?
Where?
I think he was getting to it.
Baki the Grappler.
Oh, that's right. Baki is.
Sure.
Oh, you mean the Devilman's Crybaby or whatever?
A lot of people liked it, but every time they tell me about it, I just shake my head. As a long time Go guy fan, I'm just like.
No, I agree, but I can say this: I think it's better than the OVA that came out in the '90s, dude.
Yeah, I mean, just hearing about
I tried to watch.
just hearing about an OVA he made called Violence Jack. Yeah, I don't want to ever watch something from Golden Guy.
The guy is my dude.
No, seriously, like honestly, like Violence Jack.
I think he does robots better than he does.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree because it's weird that I like both Devilman. I like Devilman, but I thought he did a better job with Violence Jack, to be honest. But then again, I have a bias towards post-apocalyptic material, as you can tell with both Mad Max and Fallout. You know what I mean?
It's just I can't even muster the courage to watch Violence Jack because someone showed me the clip where it showed all those kids getting decapitated and like knives thrown at their freaking faces and slashed to death by this woman of some type. Yeah, it's very disturbing. It's like, no, okay, fuck this. I'm not watching it.
You know what makes you wonder? since Jared, you told me, and I haven't noticed that Balance Jack is an official sequel to Devilman. Do you think that there's going to be a anime adaptation of Balance Jack to be a sequel to the recent Devilman Crybaby?
Probably. I want that to happen now, to see the look on people's faces.
Exactly. Like, if you thought Crybaby was effed up, oh shit, let's wait for Balance Jack.
No going to guy like I know go, Uncle Go, as you call him.
Yeah, but I agree if you do. Like, I like Go Nagai more than most people because he knows how to properly write. Is the word subvert?
I think so.
Subversive, you mean?
Subversive, yeah. Like subversive in the sense that he knows how to twist the tropes of media. You know what I mean? Unlike most people that say, "Oh, you did a great job," like with Batman, like with the Lego Batman movie. It's like, no. In regards to Chris McKay's movie, you know what I mean? It's just like that's proper subversion right there. It's like, no, it's not.
We did proper subversion with Berserk. I mean, seriously, Griffith did no wrong.
Oh, don't get me started with that piece of crap anime. And I'm not talking about the '90s adaptation. I thought the '90s was okay. I'm talking about the recent one.
The CGI one, basically.
Ugh.
Check the chat, double R.
Yeah, I know. Griffith did do nothing. Yeah, I saw that.
So how's the chat going? Since I'm sadly not able to see it, guys.
It's still going all right. Starchild's still chatting with us.
Good.
Yeah.
You said something before I did.
Yeah, he said they should bury Devilman Crybaby in the woods somewhere. Whoa. Well, obviously he doesn't even know Go Nagai well like Gary does.
Well, to be fair, I think he would agree with Starchild because while I think it was good, I still think the original manga is the better one.
Starchild agrees with you.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
agrees with you. Oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah, no, it's just like that's what I said. Like,
Starchild's an old school mecha fan like me.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, I think Crybaby was good. But if you still want the actual experience of Devilman, and it's available too. I mean, it was recently had a reprint that's available right now on Amazon. Go pick up chapters 1 and 2 of Devilman from Go Nagai. Because I can tell you right now, they're better material than even the late 80s, early 90s OVAs, as well as the current anime from regards to Crybaby. You know what I mean? Now, Bounce Jack, on the other hand, that's I think we can all agree that that's results may vary.
Your mileage may vary.
Exactly.
Yeah. You want better mileage? Then be sure you get yourself some
I
Lucas.
mean, I like you, Double R. Like, I don't hate everything that's dark. But stuff like Violence Jack, I'm just like,
It's like there's dark and there's edgy, right? Like to you, Violence Jack feels like it's trying to be edgy for the sake of being edgy, right?
Well, yeah, it's just that one scene where those kids where there's that genocide of kids. It's just like, oh god, really?
Yeah.
Like, what I do is I don't hate Violence Jack, but like, so what I do is like I just guys forward. Like, okay, this scene never happened.
Yeah.
The Grappler, not the Grappler, has a lot of dark stuff in it, but I don't.
Oh yeah.
I think Rocky, like, ethics, they explain it. It has a good rationale. It isn't just doing it just to say, like, let me just shock you.
See, that's the type of stuff I don't like. It's like I'm fine with shock humor if it has,
You're right about that. 34.
What's Starchild say?
34 is very edgy. It would be a PC/SJW's nightmare today.
Yeah.
Enemies only take damage while
I mean,
demon engaged.
and I know exactly where you're coming from. I mean, if I didn't appreciate that type of tone in an anime, unless if it was something like a dark comedy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Where even though it's dark, it's supposed to be funny, not meant to be taken seriously. I'm trying to think of a good anime or a good anime that was somewhat in that similar vein. Or something. Something like Kong with Bad Fur Day levels of dark humor.
Yeah.
Or shock humor rather. Early 90s pop anime, you're making me think of Police Knots by Konami.
Wow.
Rule 34 was about a cop that was pooping for them.
You say Madball 34, but all of a sudden, why am I thinking of Rule 34 right now?
Why?
Because the internet has ruined me.
Yeah, the internet has ruined me. I'll go find a different joke, internet.
Too late. They can't.
Internet.
Just like how they made Gutsman's ass a funny joke.
Way back.
Yep.
Yeah, way back in the day.
Or it's buddy cop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Come on in.
Baki the Grappler.
Enemies only will do damage if you evade at the right time.
Yeah, with the demon invasion, and it's just it's a waste of time.
Right. So basically, you were just attacking them in vain, pretty much.
Yeah.
Work, soldier.
And unlike my end, since there will be since I didn't want any feedback for the stream tonight, I have my TV muted at the moment, so I couldn't hear if I was hitting him correctly or not. So that's why I was looking so confused.
She was right. This is hell. No kidding.
No, really. What was the first suggestion, Dante?
Or what was your first clue, Dante?
Man, Dante, you really are Captain Obvious.
He said in Madball 34, one of the cops looks like Hagar from Final Fight.
Does. Like a fat rig.
You know, that's very... Even though... this is something I gotta bring up, and I know how much all of us despise Street Fighter 5, but it just makes you wonder, how in the world can Hagar retire his position as mayor of Metro City and give him authority?
Someone who doesn't care about continuity, i.e. Ono and the team that developed Street Fighter 5?
Why don't you come to me as an ex-con?
Mm-hmm.
Because Mike Hagar will always be my mayor of Metro City. For life. That's the mayor who I grew up with. That's the mayor who we all grew up with in Metro City.
Yep.
Mayor of Earth, as Ahmed Johnson would say.
Oh, God.
Right.
Ahmed
Sam
Johnson.
Booming! Booming! See the dark light.
It's the work of powerhouse.
The political powerhouse.
Here on Earth.
I need my medication, Morty.
I mean, you use.
Oh, Ninja Scroll. Now that's a good anime film.
Now, that's an OG film.
Yeah, now that's one I really like. Even though the whole thing where that one woman was about to get assaulted by the golem, not Say what?
Yeah, you talked about the exact scene I'm thinking of. I was like, what?
And Ninja Scroll, yeah, that one scene where the main heroine was about to, get violated by the golem or whatever.
Yeah.
Or keeping on both. I don't know.
Oh, not you again.
Oh, no.
I killed you for good. You know, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I forget who it was, but there was a YouTuber that I agree with that I would prefer that this was the reveal of a certain character being the actual villain of DmC. I'm not gonna say who it is because it's gonna be shown in the next minutes after we're done with this. Obviously, when we're done with this
Episode.
yeah. Well, not this episode, but this mission. Because I feel like tonight's gonna be the night we finally finish this.
Oh, yeah, I would finish it. Because we're getting close to the end. Yeah, definitely.
That way we can,
Go on to other things.
Yes.
chill. Play.
And Jeff, I think I know your reason why you want me to play Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, because you want me to play as Rocky, the Red Ranger.
No, I wasn't even thinking about that. Seriously.
Well, you know what?
I think I'm subconsciously, I really wasn't thinking about that, but subconsciously I probably was.
I totally believe you.
For all I know, you know what I mean?
I believe you for what I would.
It's like, Jeff, I believe you, but...
But I'll probably be playing as Adam mostly, Johnny and Bosch.
Episode of the Blue Guys, where Huey was like, nobody's gonna call you good, and then Riley says, I will. Okay, Riley.
I'll just do this crap again, seriously.
I'm not gonna care for Rocky, and I will. Okay, counselor.
But there's no way you can play it, but there's no online for the game unless if we use something like Fightcade.
We can try. Doesn't hurt.
Yeah. But I would need to download Fightcade on my computer.
Star Child said, Ahmed Johnson, you're going down. If you like Ninja Scroll, you'll like the other three movies you mentioned.
Same art style, tone, and everything, yeah.
Man. 90s, especially manga entertainment.
Oh, yeah. They were the original distributors of the Fist of the North Star anime in the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, wasn't this supposed to be a live-action adaptation of Ninja Scroll back in the day?
I never saw the anime adaptation of Ninja Scroll or the 26 episode anime series.
Anime has none of that here.
Yeah.
Clean.
Wow, this is fun. That was fun. You'll just see why I say in regards to the Tyrant in a second, guys.
Oh, Movie Slob is getting knelt down left and right by a resident gamer 16-bit Jeff. He's saying about that Movie Slob the proper way. You know, looking at Rechabot definitely reminds me of Gray Fox from Metal Gear Solid. This is the cyborg ninja.
Hey, for all we know, that's probably where they got the influence from.
Could be.
What? It's Gray Fox. But that cyborg ninja's Gray Fox.
No doubt about it.
Metal Gear.
What do you mean?
Ridiculous. All you people should know he died in Zanzibar. He should have died. But he didn't. What?
Okay, you guys want to see?
What the hell's the matter with you? You just pissed like 100 buckets of gallons. You just peed like 100 buckets of gallons of piss everywhere. This is like one of my Japanese animes.
Speaking of which, you guys see that glitch that just happened by knocking off the arena?
Yeah, he's only fighting one of them.
Oh, God. You guys gotta love. You guys gotta love glitches, huh, Doug?
Oh, glitches. You got a glitch lemon. You got a glitch lemon giving you such a hard time right now, Jeffrey.
They make the decision true.
I swear, sometimes the input into this game is really, really weird. I don't know if it's just the PC port or just...
No, it's the game, because I remember that happening when I was playing the PC.
Okay, because sometimes it just feels really off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yes. You find the
sometimes I'm
song.
trying to either use the pull or reach mechanics. Like sometimes I don't, you know.
It doesn't, yeah. It's just
Karaoke Sonata. Now you're making me think of Yukimaru Sonata from Samurai Warriors.
Yeah, the word I was trying to find was register.
Yeah, the poster child for Samurai Warriors, just like Zhao Yun is the poster child for that.
Okay, what the hell did just happen? I clearly did the pull mechanic right, but for some reason it didn't register and it just went flat. You guys see what I'm talking about in a second. 'cause that
Yeah,
was
I
really
saw
weird.
it. Yeah, that is weird. Video game logic doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, clearly. And now we're finally done that one, and I think the upcoming mission is the second last one, right, guys?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Knock knock. Oh, it definitely reminded me of that scene from Ninja Turtles 2 when Leo
And-
and Don were going to save Raph from the Foot's hideout. And
Okay, I
Don-
really am confused. That
Donnie,
that last boss fight I had with Mundus's spawn, I got 7 deaths. Yeah, I still got an A. However, with this regular mission, one item used, 3 deaths, I get a B.
a B.
I swear the rating in this game is so weird.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It's like you're playing Pokemon Snap. Like Professor Oak doesn't know how you get a Pokemon positioned in the snapshots you take, and he still doesn't give you a high score.
Professor Oak telling you bad advice, like using your basketball on the Texas rule.
Because why not?
You never use your Master Ball on Tentacle. You only use your Master Ball on YouTube.
Exactly. No. that was actual official strategy, guys. Right?
Oh, that's right. That was.
Oh, the player's guide?
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
right. It was. Jeez.
Who proofread that?
Someone at
I don't
Nintendo,
know.
sadly.
Yeah.
Let's give the terrible advice to our strategy guy.
Let's give kids all over the world terrible advice because we can't do our job properly. You know, like
Man.
Kurt Screenix.
Man, kids no dick is what they say. Just like off Wayne's World. Man, kids no dick.
Just like today, funny enough.
Whoa!
Wayne World of Mike Myers. Have you seen his voice by Mike Myers?
Do what?
Oh, what
Have you seen
the?
that video? What if Mike Myers from Halloween was voiced by Mike Myers?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Oh, damn. Yeah, am I the only one who thought it was strange that they were one and the same person? Michael Myers and Mike Myers.
Portrays Shinsaimon Yagyu in that movie.
Sony
He
Chiba.
portrays a ninja guy in Chiba. Soyama in Karate Bullfighter and the Street Fighter and Karate Bear Fighter.
I hate this brawler. I mean, it's so annoying that I have to. That the only weakness is its belly area. That's just annoying. I swear, I've since surprised in this game. If you want to play the actual version of this game, please pick up the definitive edition. That sadly is still console exclusive for some weird reason.
I remember this level. Oh, this one was annoying.
Yeah, it was because I think even though this is the second to last mission, this is like one of the longest levels, right?
Yeah, one.
It's like it's the equivalent to, like I said when I played Streets of Rage. It's the equivalent to the beat 'em up elevator level.
You know what the best word for that is? Padding.
Basically a giant gauntlet to tire you out.
Just like in the original Devil May Cry games. How there are, Devil May Cry 3, Devil May Cry 4, how there's a gauntlet of rematching bosses.
As you see when I played Streets of Rage, there's always that boss rush.
Yeah. And of course, they always have those rematch against the Robot Masters in the Mega Man games.
Capcom staple.
Yep.
Yep, gotta love those Capcom staples, huh?
It's just their bread and butter.
Or it's what they call them, really tropes. Oh, come on. No, really, man? I have to fight a no one alone for which?
Oh, damn. This game does not want to hold your hand right now.
Yeah, and yet the funny thing, this game was made for casuals in mind. Think about that.
Yeah, I know.
That's the real irony. This game was originally made for casuals in mind.
Destroy that barrier, like how the Z Fighters destroyed Dr. Lychee's barrier and Eradicate the Sands.
I'm trying to.
Boy.
Power up and you destroy the barrier for good.
Funny enough, since I'll let Jeff concentrate, so I'll tell a story about it.
Thank you. Thank you, Jared.
Guys, playing Eradicate the Sands is often called the quote-unquote lost OVA for Dragon Ball Z. The story behind that is that there was a tape that came out that animated by Toei Animation and everything. But it was not intended to be an OVA, but it was intended to be. It first came out for the Famicom. Keep the Sciences RPG.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
a follow-up to the Dragon Ball Z RPGs that were on the Famicom.
Made for the Playdia, which is a Bandai Japan-only console that only came out in Japan for Japan. This was called the Playdia. Yeah, we're gonna have our own console. Didn't pan out. But then they remade it, and it was basically an OVA already. It was like Dungeons Dragons.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it just shows the right path. In the OVA, quote unquote, seeing how the game was played. Then it's been called the Lost OVA, it was just strategy guide. Here's to get Raging Blast 2, where they remake it as actual OVA. It's like a full circle. Now it is an OVA. It's not Lost, it's with Raging Blast 2.
I know it took, what, like 15 to 20 years after its original release?
Yeah. And still, that did not get a localization for like an English language dub.
Eradicate the Super Saiyans, yeah, it only came Raging Blast, and it never got a solo release.
Yep. Didn't get dubbed. It just only retained its Japanese dialogue. So, any of the Masako Nozawa fans, that we would be more than happy.
Which I am, but I would of course like to see the fans that wanted it to get one.
Oh, you dick.
I don't talk to the game, but still.
Oh, damn.
You saw what the witch did, right?
Yeah, that witch was a bitch. Take care of the witch. Burn the witch! She's a witch!
I'm trying to take care of the brawler first, you know what I mean?
Kill it! Kill it! It's not a monster, it's Mr. Burns.
I didn't mean to do that, damn it.
Kill it!
Well, no, she didn't do anything wrong. But she's still a witch! Yeah, she's still a witch! Oh,
See, this is my favorite part of hack and slash, is just the unnecessary padding of them, you know what I mean?
Star Child said, like, the board games that came with this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was
What's
just,
the one that? Yeah, what was that one that James Rolfe did at board games? That was like one of his very first ones. Was it Dragon Strike or whatever?
I hope the Star Child members.
It basically had that guy from the early days of American Gladiators.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, I think Star Child will know.
Mm-hmm. He was the one who played the warrior. And that.
Remember American Gladiators?
Like I said, guys, like if you're interested in playing this game, please, for the love of God, play the definitive version. Because as you can tell, as I'm having an issue right now of even trying to properly play a game without the freaking proper luck on mechanic that should be in this game to begin with.
Mm-hmm. The one you remember was Clue, huh, Star Child?
Cool, yeah.
One that's based on Clue. I guess you could say that that was the inspiration for the Seventh Guest on PCs.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That was the point and click adventure game.
Yeah, I know which game. I obviously know which game you're talking about. So yeah, I would not be surprised at all if that was even an influence.
That game was scary as fuck when I was a kid. Just because of the surreal atmosphere.
No, but that other one, Phantasmagoria, was another creepy one too.
Jeez.
In fact, I would go far as say that one was creepier than the Seventh Guest.
It very much was.
Because for some reason, I always found body horror to be even more terrifying than generic horror, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because in all fairness, like Seventh Guest is a great game and it's all right, but jeez,
it's nuts.
Phantasmagoria is a whole completely different thing.
Was made by family-friendly. What's her name?
Roberta Williams, right?
Yes. And she's usually known for family-friendly games, and that game,
I know, right?
not family.
Which I'm not complaining because it's great for someone to get out there, comfort zone, but still.
You probably better use your
Oh,
devils.
come on, really? I get killed by that one hit from that brawler, really? Again, I hate to sound like a broken record, fellow viewers, but if you really want to play this game, for the love of God, please pick up the definitive version, because the original version clearly shows how, I don't want to say a broken mess is, but how directionless the game was, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I won't blame that on Ninja Fairy Foley. I would blame that both on Ninja Fairy and Capcom, obviously. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Had some input
that should have been there day one. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, but Capcom not bringing the Definitive Edition, at least as a mod to the PC version, is just
Epic fail.
It's not a big fail. It's just a waste of money. Because it's weird. Because they said the Definitive Edition for the console release for PS4 and 360 was a good seller, and they did exceed their expectations. So it's weird that they haven't released that yet for PC, or even will release it on PC. It's just.
Don't you mean PS4 and Xbox One, because you said PS4 and Xbox 360?
Yeah, I meant to say one. Thank you, Kyle.
You're welcome.
But still, nevertheless, you guys knew what I was trying to get at.
Right. Xbox 722.
So, don't get me started with the next generation. Like, I'm really not looking forward to the 9th generation of consoles from both Sony and Microsoft. I mean, I can't be the only one in the chat or even from the call, right? Regarding the PlayStation 5 and whatever the next Xbox is called.
Are you talking about the Starlink, you mean?
Yeah, whatever the case, I'm saying I can't be the only one not looking forward to the next gen of consoles, right?
Is it based on the architecture or the type of gaming service that they're doing?
Everything.
Everything. Oh, everything. Okay.
From what we've been hearing in regards to games, in regards to yes, no, seriously, it's just like Jerry. You know how you and I have consistently said that last generation was the worst. even before this generation started. I would like to redact that by saying I think this generation is worse than last gen. Because at least both Microsoft and Sony remember what fun was. Because, and I think this is even more of a bigger issue with Sony. I feel like Sony forgot what the word fun entertainment was, because, you know, every game from Sony these days has to be dark, grim, serious, you know what I mean? Even with a game like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Why did Ashley Birch have to voice the main character in that game?
Not only that, but my biggest issue is this. If they knew that game was in development for 7 years, then how in the heck can that game run at 1080p, 30 frames on the PlayStation 4 basis? And yet them saying, oh, it's the most easiest console to develop. Just because, guys.
It's just like one of those things where a video game crash needs to happen because of their own hubris.
And I hate to say this, but I agree with you too, dude. Like, it needs to happen. It's sad that we have to come to that agreement, but that's the only thing that's going to save this industry. I mean, like, for the fact that, you know, indies of all things, I'm not bashing indies, I'm just saying the truth that indie developers are taking more risks than the AAA counterparts should say a lot, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Wholeheartedly.
Okay, I don't know what the heck I just did, but apparently the brawler just exploded. Seriously, I don't even know what I just did.
Oh well, you got the brawler at least. So.
But still, I'm confused on what I did.
Our channel said there were a lot of VCR games, including a horror game called Nightmare Dressed, even a Star Trek one.
Oh, there was one I owned when I was a kid. It was based off of Disney's Gargoyles.
I know that they had one for a Super Mario game in Japan, but it was based off Super Mario World, but involved having to use like a phone for the game.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you had to use like a phone to answer questions based on like multiple choice answers that they would give you on the TV, and if your answer was right, then like
yeah. There was a Dragon Ball one that was like the phone.
You know, Nintendo.
Not related to. Yeah.
Nintendo has. Why does Nintendo always have to be the weird one?
Dragon Ball phone game like that too. Kid Goku would call me.
Yeah, and then if you got the answer right, like the signal from the game would actually report back to like the tape on the VCR, so that way the VCR could continue the video footage.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's basically the equivalent of that one peripheral for the Xbox. I mean, the Atari 2600 that had those couple games, you know, the Smurfs and the Berenstain Bears, which AVGN did a review of for Halloween a couple years back.
Hey guys, can you help me out for a second? Because it's been years since I played this game originally. I don't know where to go next after I... Oh, never mind. I know where to go now.
As soon as you... Hey guys, oh no.
Well, because, like I said, there's one big issue with this game. It's how, with the platforming sections, it's so weird how they're designed, you know what I mean? That you can easily get lost.
We found out.
Yeah.
Found out.
Yes, we did.
And again, mind you, this game was made for general consumers in mind.
Like, I don't think you understand how the general, like,
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, why do you think games like Horizon do so well? Because they're clearly hand-holdy. And again, I'm not bashing people who like that game, but again, you know what I mean?
Kind of hardcore, but
Which, again, I respect and appreciate, but still. You need a nice balance between hardcore and casual, you know what I mean?
But you guys need to do what you said you were going to do. You said it was going to be casual, you got to make it casual.
You know, something Capcom never learned in regards to the development of Street Fighter V, right? Or even still with Street Fighter V.
just seeing a game like this, it just makes me want to play Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
I would highly recommend. In fact, I would say that game's better than DmC Devil May Cry.
I did buy it off the Steam Summer Sale.
Good choice.
Yes. So I've yet to actually play it.
Well, when you have the chance to, Kyle, I think you'll absolutely like what they did with Senua's Sacrifice.
Well, I mean, I do like Norse mythology, so...
Well, yeah, but it's just like... I think what they tried to do with DmC was properly refined in the release of Senua's Sacrifice.
Uh-huh.
Because
and I do like Ninja Theory. I mean, I do have Enslaved Odyssey to the West.
Oh, sure, but I think what I'm trying to get at is that where DmC does have a vision, it's not a complete vision, where Hellblade is a complete vision of what Ninja Theory wants to do, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I remember somebody posting a picture saying, a team like Ninja Theory, who has a small amount of people, actually can make a game look really good, but for a company like BioWare, who has so many people, could actually make a game look like crap with Mass Effect and Andromeda.
Yeah, no, I've seen that too, but you guys just saw what happened to me how I died, right?
I saw that. That was some bullshit.
See, I like this game, but this is where I get what the fanboys are where they don't like the game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. In all due respect.
It's super flaws.
That's what I'm saying. Like, DmC 4 had bigger flaws than DmC Devil May Cry in regards to, like, being, a copy and paste, a copy pasta game. You know what I mean? Especially in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
But with this, it's just like, I don't know which one's worse. Literally a copy pasta game in regards to DmC 4, or a game that you see the potential of its direction, but its direction not being fully shown because of the fan base, and more specifically Capcom. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even though the irony is Capcom, because they were the ones that hired Ninja Theory because they wanted a Western take on the franchise to begin with. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think they would do a better. I think they would have done a better job if Capcom just gave them creative control. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I think that's the biggest issue with this game. It's like this game would have been good if Capcom did the right thing, gave them the free creative control that they
needed,
that they originally had day one. You know what I mean? Because even Ninja Theory, if you look back, they didn't even want to fully. They even fully didn't want to redesign Dante. They actually made a more traditional design of Dante, but Capcom were the ones like, nah, just redesign him.
Ow, I did not know that.
Yeah. So if you want to blame someone, blame Capcom, not Ninja Theory. You know what I mean?
So they're the ones who wanted to redesign the game in the first place.
All the time crap on Ninja Theory when it's Capcom's fault.
Mm-hmm. Let's go now.
I mean, when you take a look at the debut trailer for DmC Devil May Cry, it definitely showed a lot of potential.
Yeah, but just because of how Capcom balked at just the fact that the hardcore fans not liking the direction where it was going, even though it was a reboot.
I was about to say, aren't you supposed to be looking up to go forward?
Yeah, well, at first it wasn't showing. That's why I was so confused.
Oh, okay.
So it must have been a glitch on the games. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And that just happened. I know I'm getting older. I mean, I just turned 30 this year, but jeez, it doesn't give you the proper reaction time, right?
Well, hey, at least you don't need to knock it down again.
True, but still, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Professor Law. I'm bad at everything except for fighting games. So.
Well, dude, you're not bad at everything. You're still damn good at fighting games. I mean, I've seen you beat Sissy. I mean, you beat Sissy, so still, you're not. You know what I mean, dude? I think what people like to think of being, bad, getting old is just the fact of bad design in general, you know what I mean? It's not really getting old, it's just the fact that, But you get what I'm saying, right, Jerry?
Definitely.
Because I hate when people say, "Oh, you know, any game is good. It's just you're getting old." It's like, no, you're just protecting people who are just bad at their job. I mean, again, I like this game. I like what they tried to do, but it's just like this. This is just pretentious crap that should have been fixed before the game was released.
So, it ain't that they're bad. Some people don't have the time to invest to get good. How about that?
Yes, because games have become so advanced that it's not like how it was back in the day.
Right, and it's not that easy to get it fully finished out like how people want it to be. Which is why I don't really invest that much into the next generation quite a whole lot because of the technological advancements and all that.
Oh god, no. Except excluding a couple developers, even with Capcom, because at least with some franchises, like for best example, both Monster Hunter and Resident Evil, their respective recent releases with 7 and Monster Hunter World, they rightfully understood that these games should be catered to both the casual in mind as well as their hardcore fan bases, respectively. You know what I mean? Where the fighting division with a particular game, it was just one game, not the entire division. You know what I mean? Because, like I say, like, I still think the biggest kerfluffle with them is still Street Fighter V, because that game was mainly made by just the FGC in mind, which I think is ironic because the FGC, even though there's a couple old fogies like myself and Jerry, which are considered hardcore, the majority of them came from freaking Street Fighter 4, i.e. the casuals.
Yep.
It's like, why do you think BlazBlue Cross Tag is doing so well?
Because it's made for hardcore gamers.
I was thinking the opposite. I think it's more rightfully made for both casual and hardcore in mind instead of just the hardcore.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's the reason why Street Fighter 4 did so well, you know what I mean?
But too bad not everybody's good knowledge that. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Mr. James Chen.
I imagine you saw his recent tweet I posted the other day, huh?
Yeah, he says that the FGC is all about, or Street Fighter is all about the FGC, or FGC is just all about Street Fighter.
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about the thing I recently posted the other night. You know which one I'm talking about, right, Jerry?
I know he posted some. Oh!
About what you said about BlazBlue Cross Tag?
2B?
Yeah, because he's like, I know BlazBlue. It's like, have you even played the game? No? Then stop. You're just hurting your reputation, James. Just stop.
I replied to you about that. I said, like, that's like me talking about Dragon Ball Fighters.
I know!
Like, I haven't played a lick of it.
Dude, that'd be like the same thing with your fighters. Like, I like the game casually, but I don't play it hardcore, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't know it enough to even make that kind of comment.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even casually, like, I don't even know what the proper terminology would be, rightfully, for, you know, to talk about, you know, the moves and the, you know, the damage and that type of stuff in regards to playing fighters. You know what I mean?
Like it's like, you know they're not talking right when they say Goku's jumping B. So, okay?
It's like, Goku's jumping what?
Goku's jumping B? Who's B?
That'd be like me! It's like, what? Huh?
We don't use A, B, C, D in fighters.
Exactly. Like, that's how... That's like how unprepared I would be in regards to like playing a game of even of fighters, because like again, like I said, I don't even play the game.
Somebody talking about KOF, and they're
Now,
telling me
exactly, like if it was say like KOF, like the recent release of KOF or Tekken, then I would know, like you would, what we would be talking about. You know what I mean?
I could spot like you could like me being in KOF for so long, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said. And somebody's saying, oh man, Iori's light punch. Just light punch, hard punch, okay, right?
Sorry, I'm weird.
KOF uses A, B, C, D like they do.
Right, just like it's been since day one, even before with when it was originally known as Fatal Fury. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Or better yet, with Tekken. Paul's light punch. We don't have light punch. We don't use that in Tekken. We use 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Because the setup is because the setup is just left right punch and left right kick, right?
We say 1, 2, 3, 4.
I know, but I'm just saying the overall mechanics of Tekken. You know what I mean?
punch, left kick, right.
There's not even a light or heavy for Tekken, right?
No.
No.
Just left punch, right punch, left kick.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. That's just what the overall design is. Like, I think that's the main problem, that everyone thinks that, you know, they think in regards to fighting games that the universal mechanics of Street Fighter overall influences every fighting game, which is BS, you know what I mean?
No, it doesn't need to be like that.
It's not even like that. I mean, a Capcom game, even with Street Fighter, does not feel like a Darkstalkers game or even an MVC game. You know what I mean? They have different mechanics and different feels.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the biggest problem with the FGC recently, is that they don't understand that every game feels differently. You know what I mean?
But yet they act too complacent.
You know, my biggest problem. I know people have problems with Chris G, but you know the biggest problem I have with the FGC, and I know they're not fully part of the FGC, but they're still like considered pros, even though they're not. Low Tier God and Dark Side Phil. It's like, I find it funny. It's just like people say like, oh, you're not a part of our fan base, but yet you still talk about them, so they kind of are. I hate to say it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Jerry.
Would be to not acknowledge it.
Exactly, right? Like, you wouldn't make... Like, that's my biggest issue with the Sons of Kojima. It's like, okay, I understand why you don't like Phil. I'm one of you guys, but why do you harass this guy and still berate him? It's just like, if you don't like his content, then don't pay mind to him.
Right.
It's that simplistic, you know what I mean? It's like how I feel about Movie Buff. I don't like his freaking content like I used to. You know what I do? I don't pay attention to him. I don't watch his videos. It's not that hard.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry if I'm getting a little emotional right now, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't care about someone's content, just don't watch their content. It's not that hard. You know what I mean?
Vote with your clicks and vote with your eyes. Don't vote by just going there to harass them for all they're worth.
What you're saying, Kyle, is don't be a sheep.
Yeah, don't be a sheep.
That's what you're basically trying to say. Yeah, and I completely agree. Like seriously, that's the problem with YouTube's mentality. Like, everyone's a sheep. They don't think for themselves. Like, it's funny they only bring that up in politics, that we live in a Orwellian society, but it's just with everything these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no one thinks for themselves anymore. You know what I mean?
Nope.
And that's the biggest issue. It's not even like with politics. It's just with every little minute detail. Like, even with media these days. Especially with the stuff we're playing like now, especially with video games. Like, you think gender politics are the biggest problem? No, it's just blind fanboyism is the biggest problem.
Right.
I clearly that can blew you. I hear it. What? I don't know anymore with this game. The sooner I'm done with this game, the better. Like, again, I like this game, but I'm getting to a point I'm just getting ticked off, you know what I mean? Again, not with you guys, obviously, or even in chat, it's just how this game's just designed at the end, you know what I mean? Because, see...
It'd probably be better that after you beat this game, you actually go pick up the definitive edition, so that way you can actually play that more than having to play the PC version ever again.
Well, that's not going to be until next generation, because if there's one thing I like about the Xbox, at least whenever the Scarlet's going to be announced, I do like the fact that they're making the next-gen consoles, you know, forward compatible, yeah. Like, in general, like, if you pick up and, like, say whatever the next-gen Xbox is going to be called, you can at least play your Xbox One games at launch on, like, how it was this generation, you know what I mean? So I do like that at least, you know what I mean?
Right.
And even though I'm not the biggest fan of Sony at the moment, I hope they follow suit. I really do, but it's just like with some of the crap they've been doing this generation, I hate sounding like a broken record, but I don't have the best faith in them, you know what I mean?
Well, you can thank the ponies within corporate for causing that type of causing that type of mentality within the PlayStation family.
And before anyone says it wasn't like that last generation, it sure as heck was, because even when PlayStation was doing that, they were still supporting their anti-consumerist policies, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just like how they're funny enough, how like they are right now, right? Oh,
Yeah,
who wants to play
and notice how-
crossplay?
And notice how I said the ponies within the corporate division. I'm not talking about the place slaves, because they're their own category.
Oh, sadly, I know, that's the sad thing. The
But when it
diehard
comes to
fanboys are their own island of shame, sadly. And if,
Right, but when it
and
comes
if only
to
got that reference, thank you very much.
But when it comes to their corporate division, that's when I rightfully call them Sony ponies.
Oh yeah, rightfully so, because, you know, no one should... See, that's the thing I like about us as a group. We gel with fans of each, you know, platform, even PC, but we don't like... See, I don't like using the word fanboy, because the perfect word, it's not even fanboy. It's elitist.
Mm-hmm.
I think you would agree too, right, Jerry?
So,
If he's still here? Okay, you're still here, good.
Yes? I'm still here. Yes, like when I saw this GameStop video on YouTube where they were promoting some arcade cabinets that they are selling, it was painfully obvious that the guy that was showing them off didn't know anything about the games. Yeah.
But for all we know, he was probably paid. He was probably paid GameStop.
God.
Not employee, but
Turbo on their arcade cabinets? What?
yep.
Street Fighter 3 Turbo?
Excuse me?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was it again? Because I saw the video. Did he actually say Street Fighter 3 Turbo?
Yes.
I didn't even notice that when I originally watched the video. What the hell?
Street Fighter 3 Turbo Edition.
Turbo Edition. The Turbo Edition that never came to be.
Yeah, clearly, because clearly no one can tell the difference between Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter Alpha 2, or even freaking Street Fighter 3 itself, right, guys?
Right.
Just by the logos themselves. I mean, there wasn't like a recent 30th anniversary collection that was just released a couple months ago, right, guys?
Yep, and I still have that on my Switch.
Speaking of which, how was the Switch version?
It's not terrible.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to hear. Thanks, man.
Absolutely. It just plays as well like the other versions.
Well, because the reason why I'm asking is I know there was a couple issues at launch when it was originally released, so I didn't know if they were still there.
Well, yeah, I mean, they probably might have been fixed via patches by now.
This. I swear to God, the input delay in this original release, even though at 60 frames is a
Yeah, I was
pain.
about to say, you better get into Devil Trigger mode.
I just did, because I'm just getting so... I'm at the point I'm just getting fed up, and you know what? That's the worst thing about a game even that I like, is like... Even if there's games you like, and you can tell that was, you know, really rushed, because this is my biggest problem with this game looking back. The third act in DmC Devil May Cry was obviously rushed, because the first two wasn't this monotonous, right, guys?
Right. But you pretty much know that Ninja Theory was in crunch time at this point, so...
Thanks to Capcom.
Yep.
Even though, and see, that's my biggest problem. Like, I don't fully blame Capcom, but the only thing I will blame with is just like, oh, well, the fans don't like what you're doing. Well, you were the ones that, you were the ones that, you know, designated them to revive this IP to begin with. So, whose fault is it really? It's not the fans' fault. In fact, I don't fully agree with the fans. Because it's funny enough. It's like how I was talking with you guys last night in the Facebook group. Like, looking back, I don't fully blame Capcom for what they did by canceling Mega Man Legends 3, because they weren't fully at fault. Like, the biggest problem with that game's development was Keiji Inafune, and you know why I say that?
Because he left.
The month after it's announced. And this guy had the audacity to say, oh, but I want to make this game happen. If you wanted to make it happen, then why did you leave to begin with?
You should have stayed.
And that's what I was getting at. It's like, if you wanted this game to happen, then why would you want to leave to begin with?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then again, we know the reason why, because he's nothing more than a con artist, you know what I mean?
Right. Damn! Looks like you have to fight now.
I know, not only this guy, but a freaking witch at the same time. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, you probably better be on the quiet side and concentrate.
Yes. Well, that's why I was, talking at that time, because I was able to not concentrate, but now I have to, so I'll be quiet. So while I'm concentrating on this, Jerry, if you're still there, anything interesting that you want to bring up? Or anything at all you want to bring up? Because this is going to take some time.
Okay, so let me tell you the tale of the cherry.
Are you gonna tell the marvelous tale of Hurry Blur?
I thought you were gonna say Geek
Oh, that too, but no, I'm not gonna bring up that story until you hit a specific milestone, because that is a milestone that needs to be heard.
Oh, God.
By the way, youtube.com/Brad Burns Rival, or is that still the URL? It is?
Because YouTube won't let you change the URL.
Wait, seriously?
Seriously.
But your URL stays.
Oh, come on, that's stupid.
Yep.
They don't even give you the option to customize it? Seriously?
Brad Burns Rifle. even though it says fire accounts on the channel.
That is just really stupid.
Same thing with the Geek Fighters.
Brad Burns Rival. It's the Brad Show.
Same thing with the Geek Fighters.
Yep, we're still called game. We're still called game records on YouTube and our URL.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. That sound discussed wasn't directed to you or the audience. It was just how this game is designed at the end, and I have to fight this back piece of lore again. Really? Ugh.
I wanted to bring up Tale from Center.
I am so glad we're finishing this game off today.
Star Child said
But the main question is, how long is it going to take to finish it off?
Well,
is this basically like the last gauntlet before you go up against Mundus?
I think it is, yes. I think it is, because I think that's why they're doing this, because I remember the specific part. Because it's either this mission or the next mission that they have that big gauntlet with the rat-looking enemies that are color-coded. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, we know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I think this is what this is. See, even though I like the game, this is what I hate about a game that I even like. It's that right at the end, if you're making a game that I'm just losing my patience, that's not even a good game to begin with. And I like this game, mind you. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, I can't laugh when Fire Couch brought up Greasy Samus.
Oh yeah, again, we would love to talk about that, but that needs to be a milestone for Jerry's animated series if he hits a certain subscriber milestone.
Yeah.
Because that needs to be heard. But again, that is for a specific milestone. Again, what you decide on, Jerry, for how many subscribers when you're going to talk about that? The so-called Greasy Samus story?
I think his browser.
You mean his router? Because he's been having issues with that too, for those who don't know.
Yeah, I think having trouble trying to.
I love Comcast. Too bad where me and Jerry live that they're the only option, and I'm not even joking. That's the thing that sucks where we live, specifically in the Northeast, because I'm not even joking. They're the only option. I mean, if he's back, cause he can attest, because that's.
Full time.
Oh yeah, you are back.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm confused. I don't know if it's your router or if it's freaking Discord screwing up again.
That's what you think.
Looks like it's Discord again screwing up, huh?
Mm-hmm. Damn it, Discord.
Okay, okay. Oh, what the heck, man? I swear. Okay. Imagine my fury that I'm having right now just because of the input delay with this game alone. Just imagine how much of a hell I would feel just by playing Street Fighter. Specifically Street Fighter 5 house design because of the input delay that they not only had at launch, but they just announced that they're bringing to online matches. By the way, Jerry, did you hear about that?
About what?
Did they bring input delays into online matches of Street Fighter 5?
Sorry, but the lady crap.
Yeah, but I think they include that they're saying they were increasing it just because of latency issues with the game.
How bad is it?
No, I don't know how bad it is. I just heard of it recently. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Okay, good. I can use this. Screw you and oh, dang it! I just wanted to give the big screw you, but no. Oh yeah, that's why he can't die like the real a-hole. No, he has to have that teleportation just to save his butt. Oh, great.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. I just want you to die! Why can't you die? Okay, now Wednesday, jeez. Now let's take characters over. Now let's take this over to Temple Ward, huh? I don't want to be using all my freaking health that I have to. Again, I don't know it's the fact that we're streaming live or the fact of just this game being badly designed at the end of the game, you know what I mean? That I'm just screwing up. You know what I blame? Both. Why? Because I can, because I'm the one that's actually streaming this time around. And if anyone says it's a cop-out, I don't care. This is my stream, technically.
Damn it.
And this has just been the longest one just because of how monotonous the ending's been. You know what I mean? Oh. And I swear, guys, I'm not this bad. I really am not. I mean, both Jerry and Kyle in the group can attest to this, right, guys?
Right.
I am not this bad. And just for clarification, I am, unlike most streamers, I am not proud to acknowledge that when I suck, I do suck. Again, like a certain streamer we were just talking about earlier, thanks to Rocket Launcher.
Yep.
Oh boy, I thought I was gonna throw up there.
And thanks to Jerry, he just threw it up because I almost acknowledged the streamer's name I said I wasn't going to acknowledge. So I apologize, Jerry. I am so sorry, Jerry, that you almost threw up because I almost acknowledged who we were talking about.
You know, like, for the last, like, half hour, we were doing Cyclops with X-Men, or we were talking.
What were we figuring out for the last half hour?
Last half hour, I was just doodling Cyclops.
Yeah, speaking of which, I heard a rumor that they're going to try to revive him for an upcoming event. The adult version that died a couple years ago from that horrible Death of X series that came out a couple years ago. Remember?
Yes, I remember.
Now that was a horrible event.
That was terrible.
Like, I mean, there were bad events recently from Marvel. Like, for example, Secret Empire. But I don't know which one was worse, that one or the Death of X series, just because, you know, Marvel was just having a big hate boner because of Fox owning the rights, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, too. Yeah,
Hey guys, I think that's why I'm doing good now because I'm channeling the same hatred that Disney had.
Disney. Gotta get some baguettes.
Speaking of Disney and Disney World, they now own Fox officially.
Yep.
Again, I understand why people are getting a big hard-on, like saying like, oh, the X-Men are now going to be officially about the MCU. It's like, yeah, that's awesome, that's cool. But I'm more hyped on what they can do with the Fantastic Four. You know, I want to see the first family of comics first, obviously, in the MCU, than the freaking mutants. You know what I mean?
Right. And even Jeff theorized, you know, since the Avengers Tower is now bare, how about that be the new Fantastic Four Tower?
Actually, that was Jerry the other day.
Oh, Jerry? Okay, never mind then.
But still, both me and Jerry have been saying that since day zero, you know what I mean? But still, he was the one that theorized that yesterday, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it makes sense for that. I mean, again, like, why be... I get why they're getting hyped for people like, you know, Logan, like Magneto, and the usual suspects in the X-Men franchise and universe, but it's like, you know, that's cool and all, but you know what's even cooler? An actual proper representation of Doctor Doom as a villain for once.
You know, I'm kind of curious how they're going to portray Deadpool. Or if they're going to keep him the same, or...
They're going to keep him the same. Like, Bob Iger said last year, when this whole shebang was announced, that they will start finally doing R-rated movies, which, again, about time, but at the same time, why did it take this long to begin with just because of Deadpool? That's the thing that ticks me off.
Well, but when they said about the same, do they mean are they going to keep Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool?
I imagine. Because that would be
Like, the
pointless.
only thing from the Fox acquisition that survived is Ryan Reynolds still playing Wade Wilson.
Yeah. And let's be frank, nothing was lost because really, who's actually like the recent X-Men movies? Again, they're not bad for the most part. It's just like I really haven't heard anyone saying like, "Oh, the recent movies are good," excluding for First Class, right?
I would say at this point it's probably a good point for you to use your devil trigger against this guy.
Not really, not at the moment yet, because I'm focusing on the Switch right now. Because she's the bigger annoyance because of that buffer she has about that shield that she can replicate to the other enemy, and also because of that spear that she can manifest.
Right.
Besides, I also have that. I also have one Vital Star left, so I'm good.
Okay.
But still, thank you for watching out for my bacon, dude.
Oh, absolutely. Just want to make sure that you're on the right track.
Yeah. Again, I appreciate it, dude.
I don't want you to get any more rage-induced because of how cheap this part is.
Yeah. And this is just the second to last part of the game. Just think about how bad the final level's gonna be, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
Just because of how cheap and rushed the game is.
Well, the final boss in the game is really not that bad when compared to this.
No, it's not. I'm just saying, like, the final stretch, just because of
The final stretch, yeah.
Just because of how rushed it is, because of the development time, because of Capcom being Capcom.
Right.
Yo. See, I do fully blame your latency on freaking Discord, which is weird because that's never happened before on your end, dude.
Now I take a look at your quick Google of Cyclops. Yeah, awesome.
Thanks. I was just gonna try to ask, what's the chat saying?
Yeah, I was about to say that. Thank you.
I really haven't said anything else.
Oh, good. How many?
Also, thank you.
Just out of curiosity, because I can't see. So, how many viewers do we have at the moment for the stream?
3.
That's not bad.
I mean, we've been fluctuating between 3 and 4 for quite a while.
Hey, that's good. That's the average we need. So, hey, if we can get that notification on our end for the average, so that's good. You know what I mean?
Right, but it's just now it's a matter of getting the followers we need.
And I just finished that. But still, if we can get that notification of getting that achievement, that's better than nothing. You know what I mean, dude?
Oh man, I'm so happy for you right now, Jeff.
I know. Now you know how I feel.
Yes.
If you know how I feel, if I can get that third one, damn it! No, don't die, you son of a!
Smile, you son of a! Oh. Damn it!
Well, to be fair, it's not that bad because A, I did die. Even though I died, at least it saved it right there, and I at least have full health, so that's good.
So yes.
And I think I have 1 vital star left, so that's actually not bad. Even though the timing for those flames to pop up are annoying. And again, I'm trying to keep my cool, as you guys can tell. You know what I mean? I'm really trying.
Well, we definitely can tell that you're ready to beat this game. That's
Yeah. Again, you guys can tell that I'm ready to beat this game, but you know, just to clarify, I'm usually worse when a game that I get annoyed with. Just so you guys know, you know what I mean? As you guys can attest, and we're finally done with this mission. So, I think the next mission is the last one for the final stretch. You know what I mean? Before we get to the final boss fights of the game.
Final time to see about that.
Jeez! Okay, this makes no dang sense. 14 items used, 9 deaths, and I still get a B?
Whoa.
What? Again, 14 items used, 9 deaths, and I still get a B.
Wow.
Even Ninja Theory realizes, even Ninja Theory is telling us, oh, just, hey, don't blame us. We were on crunch time thanks to Capsule Ball. It's not our fault.
Oh my goodness! You figured that would be like a C or a D at that point.
Exactly, but I think the reason why they were that lenient is that they were just basically telling the fans, it's like, hey, it's not our fault. Blame Capcom. They were putting our behinds on crunch time because of their ignorance. You know what I mean?
Right. Alright.
Even though they were the ones that hired us to begin with. But no, let's blame the developer and not the publisher. See, that, again, like I was getting back to earlier, that's the thing that really ticks me off. Like, that's just the overall thing I'm trying to get at is just, like, pick your battles wisely. I think that's something that all of us can agree on, right, guys?
Yep. We finally entered the Demon's Den now.
Quite the team.
Why did you kill my child? Because you killed my mother.
You know, I'm kind of,
This is behind the vault door.
like, even at the end of this game, like,
Keep him waiting.
I'm 50-50 on the even at the altar, the design of the altar, because on one hand it's stereotypical, but on the other hand it also has its own characteristic to it. You know what I mean? I mean, Jerry as an artist, you can agree with that too, right?
Huh?
That with the altar house design, it's kind of 50-50 because on one hand it is generic as all hell, pun intended, but at the same time it also has its own unique characteristic to it. Like what I'm showing you right now. Like, on one hand it's unique, but also at the same time it's generic, even from like you as from an eye of an artist would agree too, right? Because unlike me, you actually are an artist. You know what I mean? And by the way, a damn good one. Because damn it, I actually had a quick chance to see the quick design you did for Cyclops. Damn good job, dude. Let me see which one do I do first. Kyle, you remember this last part, right?
Yep.
Which one's the easier one just to get out of the way first?
Well, honestly, I haven't really played this game numerous times, so
Okay,
it's literally just pick your poison.
I don't want to. I just want to get this done over with. And just to clarify, guys in the audience and in the chat, like I am not this bad. These guys can attest to that too.
Yeah.
I'm just basically done with this game.
What?
I think that's a sad thing about DmC Devil May Cry. It has a good first act, a meh second act, a horrible third act, but an awesome finale.
Mm-hmm.
I think both you and Jared would agree to that, right, guys?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Especially the final boss fight, because I at least with that, I can't understand completely where the fanboys are coming from, because that to me feels like at least I could see this being somewhat being a prequel to DMC 3, especially with the finale. Again, I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't played this game, because yes, even though this game came out in 2013, I imagine a good portion of the audience haven't played this game yet. You know what I mean? You know, I'm not one of those guys that like to spoil a game just to be a dick. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm just getting at.
Right.
I'm only fine spoiling something if someone's fine with, you know, being spoiled to begin with. You know what I mean? Like how Jerry, for example, he would usually spoil something for me. He would usually at least ask me before spoiling something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where he, on the other hand, he doesn't give a damn. He's like, oh, I'm probably not even gonna see her play it to begin with. So spoil away. I don't care. That's what basically Jerry's attitude is, and I can say that because I've been knowing him for like 20 years, right, Jerry? If he's still there or still doing.
No, he's going to get dinner. So he said
oh, okay, so good. Yeah, that's how long it took, because we would have been done with this game, but no, it had to just be added for just. I feel bad because that's the bad thing. Like, I like this game, but I don't like monotonous points of the game. You know what I mean? Because again, we should have been done by now, but no. That section just had to happen, right?
Yep. They're fighting the Porky Dogs.
Yeah, I forget what their full names are, but I remember a portion of it was Rage. Oh, hey, welcome back, Jerry. Jerry's back from dinner, right?
I didn't eat yet.
Oh, I thought you said, because, well, Kyle told me that you were leaving.
He said BRB, but he didn't say he was going to get there. I assumed he was just going to get dinner.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's one generator up and running.
Okay, 1 generator down and 3 to go. That so far is not that bad, at least, as unlike the last one, which is good. Oh,
No,
God, I
yeah.
just don't like the last mission. But then, this is what I get for playing Nephilim, but then again, wait, is Nephilim normal or hard mode?
No, Nephilim is hard mode.
Okay, but still.
So, hey, Jed, you should be proud of yourself.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like it's... on one hand, I am, but at the same time, it's just like... Is it right for being hard for the sake of being hard, or just being hard in the sense of being monotonous? You know what I mean?
Well, human is easy, demon
Yeah.
is normal, and Nephilim is hard. So.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Like, is it one of those games where it's properly designed as being a hard game, or is it being hard just to be a dick, if you get what I'm saying?
I think it's hard to be just a dick.
Okay.
But now, of course, remember, there is the hardest difficulty in the game that you can unlock, which is the Dante must die mode.
Yes.
All the enemies can attack you with one hit and then you die.
Yep. Which I am not even attempting. Nor will I ever will, because this is going to be the first and only time I stream this game. And again, I like this game, but it's just like... If I'm at the point of just getting on face to the point I just don't care anymore, then that just shows how done of a game I am on what to begin with, you know what I mean? Because I'm at this point, I'm just done. Like, I'm not even hyped anymore, I'm not even angry, it's just like, I don't care anymore. I imagine you guys have had that feeling too once by playing a game respectfully, right?
No, yeah, it's just when you go through the trials and tribulations of a game with how extremely frustrating it is, but then you finally beat it and you're like, alright, that's it, I'm done. It's like
you're not even fun, you're not even angry, it's just like, you're just there and just that
I'm just
point.
ready to move on, basically.
Yeah, you're just, here's the game, and you're there.
Lippy-glop.
What I'm trying to get at, ladies and gentlemen, is like, I find out how Bill Burr feels.
Hey, hello?
Yes.
Okay, now I think he's going B.O.B. Yeah, now it's time for dinner, right, dude?
Okay, tell us about the stream health.
Twitch is excellent.
Good.
And we got a new follower.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, we did. Lazarus.
Oh, yes, we did. Now I'm looking at the top there.
So that's good. We got a new
But
phone.
I got the actual stream page to see our stream summary and help and all that stuff.
Good.
Oh, good jump there, Jeffrey.
Good. No, dude, that was Jerry, not me.
No, the jump that you did to get to where.
No, I was confused because I thought you were congratulating Jerry, not me, dude.
No.
By keeping an eye on the stream on the stream off.
No, when you did that jump to reach that soul, that's what I was saying. Good job, because I was paying attention to the gameplay.
Tell me.
But good job, though. All of us, Geek Fighters, especially you, Jerry.
Up with it.
I think we're all the point is like hell would say because we're just getting, especially me, the one who's playing the game, is just like I don't care anymore.
Right.
I really don't. I really now know how Bill Burr feels on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
The comedian Bill Burr.
We share something in common.
Yeah, he just doesn't feel anything. He's just numb. That's how I feel right now with this game. I don't even have a feeling of rage or excitement or even of anything. I'm just numb. I just don't care anymore.
Playing this just makes me miss our playthrough of Thousand Arms.
See, ladies and gentlemen, unlike Angry Joe with his manufactured feelings, this is what actual feeling feels like. Nothingness.
Right. Because those are legit feelings. Whereas Angry Joe, it's just for
Manufactured rage.
Yeah, manufactured rage.
I mean, the best example is the old saying of manufactured outrage.
Mm-hmm.
That's Angry Joe in a nutshell, literally.
Yep.
Or better yet, the guy we were talking about earlier, Movie Bob. But Jeff, what about Jim Sterling? I won't put Jim Sterling with those two because, and you guys have said this, you guys can agree with me this too. There have been times I've actually agreed with Jim.
Right.
He's not terrible.
No, he's not like, see, that's again, he's not like Angry Joe nor even Movie Bob. Because sometimes there's times he's right.
Right.
With him, it isn't like I don't hate him or anything. It's just like a lot of times I disagree.
But there's times you agree with him because he actually makes good points.
Times. But what I'm saying is that at worst I just disagree with him. I don't give him vitriol.
I think what you're trying to get is that, and I agree with him too, is unlike those two a-holes, he doesn't have an ego.
Right.
Particularly an inflated ego.
Oh, by the way, start talking about games being hard where they just use overpowered mechanics and attacks. You're not wrong, but that's why you need to have some OP weapons to kind of even that out.
Okay, what? You whip that out, but you'll understand in a second what just happened before I went into Double Trigger. Because that needs to be seen.
Yeah, you should look.
You saw what happened, right? You saw how I did that how I did Striker, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was going right towards the enemy, and for some reason I just veered right towards the camera.
That's like a blooper there for Devil May Cry, or an outtake.
No, I think that's what.
Dante just got wrecked into the camera.
Yeah.
Riggedy wrecked?
Riggedy wreck.
And it's a shame I like the first 2 seasons of that show.
A guy I watch on YouTube said the same thing.
And before anyone says no, it wasn't because of the female rights. In fact, that's one thing I was happy with the show, that they actually had a nice ratio. The problem was just the characterization of Rick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, son, I know I'm inside I'm inside of a cartoon. That's how AJ makes it. It's like, no, you're the problem with modern Deadpool. You're a joke. That does not make a good joke.
Right.
It just makes a joke freaking tired. You know what I mean? Or the proper word, haggard. Yeah, the proper word would be haggard, right?
Yes. Well, you already got that, so you just need to make your way back.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. The first time around was a mistake.
Cyclops, it's this.
Oh man.
See, that's how I can tell that there's a really bad lag with Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Just by playing the game, you guys just watching the stream. See, that makes me really happy that when I eventually do just like Xbox exclusive properties, whether it's on console or PC, I'm actually going to stream on Mixer.
Right.
I don't mind saying that, and I know Twitch doesn't care because that's unlike YouTube, they don't give a crap. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Because where I'm glad Coefficient is still around because
because you've heard what the crap they've been recently doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Promoting Twitch on YouTube, how dare you?
I know.
That's bullshit.
You would think that would be illegal.
You know, with what YouTube's doing, yeah, that's like they really shouldn't be policing people like that.
That's what I'm saying. Though. It's not complete full on BS, which it is, but it's just like you would think it would be illegal because what they're trying to be is a monopoly, which we know damn well is again illegal.
That can't work.
No.
They're just like Mundus in this game. Oh, so you killed my baby because you want to exact revenge. No, it's for everybody to make their own decision. Bullshit, Dante. Bullshit, Dante. Bullshit, Dante. You know what? You're right. You're so goddamn stupid, Mundus.
Not that, but you know what Mundus truly is? Mundus, in this interpretation, is the true definition of the word cock when you think about it. I mean, seriously, when you think about it. Because here's the thing, I think and these guys would attest, I am not an SJW. At all.
He looks like a fat Michael Chiklis, if anything.
But what I'm getting at, guys, is like, you guys would never call me an SJW, even though I do believe in social justice, too. But there's one thing I think everyone tends to forget, even in the culture of internet. I think there are some people that tend to forget the proper definition of what the word cuck means.
Cuckold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Mundus, for example, here is the perfect definition of the word, whereas it's not a stereotypical word, like where, we're just calling some beta male or some stereotypical beta male a cuck, you know what I mean? Because let's not forget, there was a difference between a beta male and a actual cuck, right?
Right.
The proper definition of the word couple. You got
Yeah.
Dictionary.
Yes.
Which I knew from years ago.
Well,
That
Webster's.
is somebody who cheats.
For example, our presidents.
Man,
Okay, Star Child said, well, the first time I saw Mundus, I thought he was the bad guy from the Cobra movie. What, Cobra Kai?
No, Sylvester Stallone movie.
Oh, that's Sylvester Stallone movie. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Cyclops. Really? I'm trying to post that doodle I did to fix it, and we gotta write.
Yeah, and you have to write it in Japanese.
Cyclops.
So I'm trying to find how do you say Cyclops in Japanese? It's just Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Oh, great. Okay. Okay, this is the thing what I call BS. This game at no point had a puzzle-like element to this game at all.
Right.
Until the end?
Same guy also played Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Did?
But yeah, that's just so weird that they put a puzzle mechanic right before the end of the game.
That's true.
I guess it would be true if Star Child says that.
I think it was. I actually, yeah. Thinking back to it, I think it was the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm not calling our boy Star Child a liar, but
Definitely.
obviously, but I think it is the same guy. Okay, there we go.
It's a cool thing about fixing. Actually posts when you submit art to fixing, it automatically posts to Twitter if you tell it to.
Oh, nice.
No, unless you tell it to, but you can't.
Right.
You can just be like, do this for me, alright?
It's like you can.
Yeah. Really? Really? That's how you say X-Men in Japanese? X-Men?
Really?
X-Men.
That clearly is not stereotypical at all, right?
Well, it's because of their pronunciation.
I know, but
Their
still.
syllabary.
I know, but still.
It's funny though.
It's like, oh, bleed Japanese, I'm not a walking caricature. You sure about that?
Sure about that, dude?
Because let's be blunt, for a majority of your modern culture and media, for a good portion of it, you do add like a walking caricature. I think that's something that we can all agree on, right? I mean, have you seen the modern smash hits that are dared to be called anime these days?
Okay.
Like Darling in the Franxx?
Darling of the Franxx.
You know, the
What is
anime
that
that
again?
everyone loves for no reason?
That's the anime by Trigger that everybody likes just because of Trigger.
And the sad thing is, I like Trigger, and the funny thing is, that's not even fully developed by Trigger.
It's Studio A1.
Yeah, Studio A1's the main developer.
And they're working on season 2 of the Ace Attorney anime right now.
If you don't know, they do the game animes. Some are good, and some are Persona.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then some are Persona. I'll say this right now, Darling in the Franxx ain't Persona 5 bad, but it's bad.
And we're talking about the anime, not the game.
But Jeff, you said it's bad. Yeah, but there's a difference. It's not Persona 5 the anime bad. Again, there's a difference. Okay, and this is weird. Style S, time S, completion A, items used 3. I still get an S.
Ass. That's basically what it is. Ass.
S backwards, but here's the thing.
Ass
Style,
backwards, yes.
styles S, times S, completions A, items used 3, final score is still an S.
That is ass backwards.
It is ass backwards, but pun intended, yes, because I just realized what I just said. But when you think about it, it is ass backwards because my final score is an S. It shouldn't be an S. It should be an A at best.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I used 3 items. It even bolds the number in red.
Or unless they are sassing you backwards, if you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I don't think this game understands what it's trying to. I don't think this game was trying to understand what it's trying to say.
Okay, now this time is dinner time. I'll be back.
Okay,
Alright.
and we are at the second to last mission because this is the final boss.
Yes, time to see about Mundus.
Even though we know it's not the final boss, but I'm not gonna say who the final boss is.
The final showdown with the game's main antagonist.
Yes, that's what we should say. It is indeed the final showdown between Mundus, the Demon King. Even though he doesn't look like a Demon King at all, even with his final form.
He definitely looks like Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I can definitely see the resemblance.
I can see it too. But you know what the funny thing is? Even when he goes into his final form, he doesn't even look like a Demon King at all. Right? He looks like a generic, a generic interpretation of what we would assume what a demon will look like, right?
It was for freedom. Freedom? Well, you seem to have all the freedom you need, the freedom to murder my heir. No, freedom for everybody to make their own choice.
Exactly, because that's what freedom, true freedom is.
God, Mundus, you are so stupid.
See, this is the thing I don't like. He's trying to do the stereotypical monologue. I'm trying to save humanity by trying to save it from themselves. It's like that still makes you the enemy, because at the end of the day, yeah, we do bad things and we do good, but that comes from the cost of having free choice. You know what I mean? Or as we like to say in regards to humanity, free will. See, where humanity doesn't have free will, that's not freedom, that's slavery.
Get him pissed.
But here's the thing, I don't like that Dante is taking the blame when he knows it was Virgil. Like, he could still said, you know what, I liked that my brother killed your bastard child, you know what I mean? Like, I still find that dialogue weird, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
Mundus was there. He could see with his view that he knew it wasn't Dante that killed it, so it's kind of weird that he takes the fall for killing his child, if you get what I'm saying, you know what I mean?
Right.
It feels more of line of... It feels more or less, just crappy dialogue and more of a continuity error, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Now,
And really, Mundus, you're literally gonna rip out his heart and...
just
really?
like what he did to his mother.
Yeah, but he's literally saying the first line of dialogue that he said at the intro of the game. Really? You're really gonna be that generic, Mundus? Come on. At least the original incarnation had class.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he has Shakespearean class. I think that's the reason why people didn't like that, and I can see it to a degree. That, at least to a degree, yeah, it was cheesy, but it was somewhat philosophical with its dialogue, even though it was cheesy as hell with the original series. I think the biggest problem with this game is that it's not metaphorical. It's literally telling you what the message is. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not talking about the change from Limbo to whatever the city was called. I forget, but you get what I'm saying.
Right.
It's not being literal visually. That's the positive. The negative is the message of it being literally told to the audience. You know what I mean? See, the visuals are doing the right thing, where the actual dialogue is not, and that's show don't tell.
Right.
You okay, Dante?
And I think that's the biggest crime of this game, that the art does it right, the writing doesn't. And here we go, we're going full Jerry Bruckheimer.
Yeah.
But Jeff, don't you mean Michael Bay? No.
Nope.
People tend to forget that the originator was Jerry Bruckheimer. Because here's the thing.
Explosions.
Exactly. See, you know what I was getting at, Kyle. Who was the producer on even though Bay directed it, who was the producer of Armageddon? Oh, that's right, Jerry Bruckheimer. As well as The Rock, too, funny enough.
Yeah. The Rock with Sean Connery.
I really hate this. True form Mundus. Say what you will about the original form of Mundus in DmC from Hideki Kamiya and Capcom. At least it had a unique design. This just screams generic.
Yeah.
And which is a shame, because I know the art team over at Ninja Theory is creative. You know what I mean?
It kind of reminds me of one of the Titans in God of War.
That's why I'm saying generic, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a shame because, like I said, when you look at games like even the games they did independently through partners like Namco with Enslaved, or even Sega with Heavenly Sword, or even if you've seen with some of the enemies within DmC Devil May Cry, they can be devilishly creative with their design choices. You know what I mean?
If you take a look at, Hideki Kamiya's team did for like some of the older Devil May Cry games, as well as the ones that he would work for Platinum Games like Bayonetta, you can actually see there's a lot of creativity with the enemy design in those games.
And that's the sad thing about this game because there is some creativity with the villain designs, but it's just more of the the lackeys instead of the actual bosses. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the biggest problem. It's just like they get one part right, but the other part, which is the main part, is the most generic and lackluster part of the game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Full on Devil Trigger mode. You're going hardcore, baby.
Yeah, but to add, you know what the funny thing is? It's the same problem with Bethesda that we were talking about in regards to the recent RPGs, where we were talking about the modern Fallout franchise with Fallout 4, or the recent iterations of Elder Scrolls since Skyrim.
You'd say.
The side quests have more care and attention to its lore than the main quest itself.
Still in there. We need to get in there and kill him. Come on, let's go.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. This first part of the Mundus boss fight I hate because this is technically considered a boss fight. I don't like this. You know why?
Why?
Because when I'm fighting a boss, I expect to fight a boss. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course. You just want to get in there and kick their ass and not even have to waste doing a lot of exploration just to get to where they need to be.
Yeah, because this right here just feels like, you know what this really feels like, and the thing I hated the most, it wasn't the word I was trying to find earlier with the prior part. Filler.
Filler, uh-huh.
This is mindless filler.
Just trying to elongate the game for pointless obligation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, there are games that actually did filler right to a boss fight.
Oh, of course, yes, but this is just a prime example when filler goes wrong.
Right.
Horribly wrong. And it's not the developer's fault, as clearly as you can tell, it's the publisher's fault because, we can't give you any more of the budget, you have to rush it. Even though we were the ones that contracted you to develop this game to begin with, says Capcom.
What have you done to him?
See, that's the funny thing about Capcom. They clearly said, we have to listen to the fans of DmC because they don't like the original design. Yet they know how to screw over the fan base by just looking at the design choices they took with games like Street Fighter V. Sometimes, see, that's the thing. Like, I wish people were more, That's what I was saying earlier about, properly picking your battles wisely. You know what I mean?
Right. He's spewing out hot acid.
Yeah, that doesn't look like hot acid at all. That looks like his
his internal organs spewing.
Yeah, it looks like blood he's spewing. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they were inspired by the Red Lanterns from DC. Because for those who don't know, they like to assume that what they're spewing, like when they try to serve like a red lantern, is their blood. Not the case. That's plasma. For those who want to know some DC lore, specifically Green Lantern lore, courtesy of the Jeff Johns run.
Well, it's going to be very interesting how the Green Lantern movie's going to play out, since Jeff Johns is going to have a big role in that.
No, that, but I was really happy to hear that it is going to take influence from his comic run.
So that, he said that if you're a fan of Green Lantern or my run of Green Lantern, it's going to really satisfy you in the movie.
Which again, that's a great thing to hear.
Come on, Jeffy, you almost got him.
Oh crap! I thought I had a purple cross left, and I don't. But I missed one. I thought I had a gold orb. Oh, I probably have a fragment of the gold orb. Let me see.
Oh.
Oh no, that was a health cross fragment. My bad.
Yeah. Whoa, what the
What
hell?
the? You saw that too, right?
Yes, I just saw that.
The heck? This damn camera!
Mundus!
If you mean Mundus by saying camera, then I completely agree with you.
He is the game. He's literally controlling it. He's like the comic book creator in Comic Zone for the Sega Genesis.
Oh, now that's another great game I haven't heard.
Oh God. We need to do a live stream series on that one day.
Yes, we do. Whoa.
Whoa. Nice job.
See, this is the problem with the game. It does. The input delay is really bad. It's not the combat that's bad. The combat's good. It's one of the good things about this game. It's just the input delay is bad.
Yeah. Don't worry, viewers. He's gonna get it. He's gonna see about Mundus.
Oh yeah, well, it's a shame that this game's good, but it's just the input delay is bad. As you can just see right now. Oh, well, I know how our friend Freelancer. I can say now. I now know how our good friend Freelancer Amber feels when she streams Kingdom Hearts 2, huh?
Yeah, I saw. She's still currently playing Birth by Sleep HD
No
right now.
different games, but the same outcome. Complete and utter BS. Cal, if you're able to, can you clip this?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, because it needs to be seen of how bad the input is of this game. Jesus.
I'll have that page still open, so that way, once you beat the game, then I'll clip it fully for good.
Oh, cool, man. Thank you. Because this needs to be seen. Oh my god!
Focus?
I'm focused, it's just jeez. Like, I know I'm not bad, it's just this game's, input delays. Crap. Like, I know it's not me, and it's the input delay, because I am properly hitting the button when I need to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, when I need to hit, I'm hitting the action button. When I need to jump, I'm using the jump button, obviously.
Are you using your demon weapons, the stronger weapons, to take those down quickly?
Yeah, but usually it's the same problem, too, with, oh yeah, it is. See, I know it's showing the red to signify the demon weapons, but just like with the spawn, the Mundus spawn boss from earlier, it was kind of hard to tell which one I needed to use. The standard weapon, which is the sword, which supposedly is the stronger weapon for some reason in this game, and I just, again...
Fireballs! Yum!
Wrong game. But I got the reference.
Damn it, Mundus!
I just... What?
Whoa!
And then you get a chance to hit him! What the
shit.
What the hell?
We need to clip that.
No, we need to clip. No, we need to clip the entirety of this final boss fight. Because you know, with some people they ain't too proud to beg. I ain't too proud to show myself that even me, a seasoned gamer, can screw up. See, some people are proud saying like, "Oh, it's just a glitch." Like, no, I know I can be trash sometimes.
No, the game's literally being an asshole.
Literally, I mean, look at that! Look at that! What the hell? Like, the game is literally making me it's only making me its you know what?
Oh yeah, there's my bitch.
See, I didn't want to say that because I was worried about us getting banned.
Yeah. I know.
See, it's funny because usually when you're streaming, you're usually the PG one, and I'm trying my best to be the PG one here. Wait, why does he have two forms? It's just stupid. Oh, okay, I thought I got killed. This game. And the sad thing is, I like this game too.
And I'm sure a lot of people are going to say, "What's wrong, Jeff? Everything is wrong right now."
Yeah. And I have to do that all over again.
Bollocks.
Yeah, just after what happened, that's bollocks. And that's bollocks too! What the hell? Why? Oh my god! Look, I know I'm playing it hard, but I didn't expect this to be this utter crap. This is not brutal, this is utter crap.
Oh my god. We found the bane of your existence.
This is what people actually call BS like literal BS level design. You know what I mean, dude? It's just overall just bad design. I mean, jeez.
Damn. Now, this is the part where our final boss fight is actually really fun.
Yeah.
You know, in a comedic sense.
Yeah, in the comedic sense, because it's not fun right now. It's making me really want to pull my hair out.
Right. Ouch. Well,
Yeah, just to clarify, that sound of annoyance wasn't directed towards you nor the audience, Kyle. It's just
yeah, I know.
that animation bit I don't like. You know what I mean? Where you're trying to tell you that Mundus is about to do his lava breath move.
Well, Jerry, did you get back on? Welcome back, man. Now,
Yeah, welcome back. You've been missing a lot of effery that this game's been doing to me.
Where's your can of soda?
Oh, don't worry.
I'm sure he's gonna do his grand entrance at some point.
Yeah.
Did I popped it?
Oh,
See,
we didn't hear you.
That's why I said, because it's Discord, dude. But yeah, you missed some really some messed up stuff that Kyle's gonna share after when we're done, because it needs to be
Really
seen.
big bullshit coming from
Yeah.
this game on Jeff's Spin.
Like, to the point I'm ready to rip my freaking hair out, dude. And by the way, I find it funny that I even brought up with Kyle already. But isn't it funny, Jerry, that when Kyle's streaming, he's usually with a PG one, but this time around I'm being the more PG one?
Although I wasn't technically PG in some points when we were doing the Thousand Arms Let's Play.
Oh, true. But
Because
still.
I did lose my cool some
Oh, that is true, but I'm just saying, like, when you stream, like, normally, like, solely, I'm saying.
Remember Wire's second form boss fight?
Oh, I remember, but I'm just saying, like, when it regards to, like, say, like, when you stream, like, for example, like, when you do a solo stream, you're usually more, you know, easy on your end.
more, level-headed, basically.
And I find it funny that I'm being the more level-headed one this time around. But again, I'm really at the point that I'm just done with this game. Like, I even brought up, Jerry, while you were gone, that I now know how our friend, Freelance Amber now feels when she streams Kingdom Hearts 2, because I'm at the point I'm saying, screw this game. Again, just wait when Kyle clips this particular final boss fight, because you need to see it.
Yes.
You'll understand then my struggle.
2 clips, though. There are 2 clips that fight from the same boss.
What? Double R?
What? Yeah, I can still hear you.
I think you can hear us. Oh, now that's... Okay, that is bad level design.
Bro, yeah, he's right. Brian Thompson. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, how Mundus in his human form kind of looks like Brian Thompson from Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
You know, Shao Kahn.
How he looks like him, somewhat.
And now we're done with Mundus, fake fucking god.
Alright.
We're done! We're done! Oh god.
We certainly saw about that cup in all this glory.
And the only thing I lost during that time span was my insanity. Thanks a lot, King.
Now he definitely looks like Seth from Street Fighter 4.
Again, Amber, if you're watching this, I now know how you feel. I am so sorry. By the way, she's not live yet, but she does stream on occasion, mostly on the weekdays and weekends. So if you want to go check out her streams and follow her, her Twitch channel is twitch.tv/freelancer_Amber.
We did it.
But Jerry, you'll understand my pain after Kyle kindly enough does clip it, because you need to see the BS. If you thought this final boss fight of Mundus was bad and normal, just wait till you see the BS that transpires in hard mode.
Oh, he's gonna see it.
And I just saw one of the guys' names was K-Dog, and I was automatically thinking, that Kyle, is that you?
You're bad. Oh, speaking of stories.
Oh god.
About what went today, just today, when I'm going to the store.
Yeah?
Dude.
What?
What?
You guys just see in a second how literally confused I am right now. Okay, style points S, time D, completion triple S, deaths 7, final score is an A.
Okay, here's the clip that you want to take a look at, Gary.
What?
I wanted to tell you what happened today.
Go ahead.
Huh? Yeah, let's to save my sanity, please tell the story, Jerry, because I'm ready to lose my damn mind. The game has finally broken me. And isn't it fitting that it's at the end?
Oh, that's wrong, man.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse.
My I just saw it. Finish it.
Oh, just wait until I post the entire stream. Just as that the entire boss fight was just like that, but worse.
I didn't say about going to the store. Because guess who I met today?
Who?
Bad Kyle?
God.
You met BK? You met the bad Kyle? Oh, that must have been interesting, huh? And speaking of bad Kyle, look who turned out to be the actual villain. Yes, it's Virgil all along. Just like the original game.
No, I wasn't. I did not meet Bad Kyle.
Oh, so what did you say? Who did you meet, dude?
And Jack Sparrow.
Oh, see, me and Kyle can hear Jerry because you cut out again. Dude, it literally is Discord. And the weird thing is, this doesn't happen. Is this happening because I'm streaming on Geek Fighters?
I was doing it to us last night too.
I'm wondering if this is because of me streaming on Discord.
My audio is coming through, but you guys aren't here.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like, because I know it didn't happen before when Kyle was just streaming. I wonder if it's an issue of when I stream through Streamlabs because it's not. Because Kyle has more of the actual information in regards to the Geek Fighters channel on his end, and I don't. It's making me wonder what the real issue is, if you know what I'm saying.
That Virgil?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, since you guys can hear, how's the audio on your guys' end?
It all sound fine.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I met Captain Jack Sparrow, just this dude decked out in full Captain Jack Sparrow cosplay, just walking down the street. And
Really?
some lady, I just wanted to walk by him, but then some lady crosses the street and asks for a photo of him. And
Why?
he stops right in front of me. I just want to go to the store. But thankfully, the guy in cosplay was nice. He was like, "Just go." Like he's like, "Go ahead,
good.
go ahead. I'll stop it." I was like, "Oh, thank God." I want to get food, okay? Like.
But I wonder why you saw a cosplayer or someone akin to that today.
No. So you know what she said?
What?
Only in Springfield we see a guy decked out in full Captain Jack Sparrow cosplay.
Well, she's not wrong.
But yeah.
She is not wrong.
Final boss.
Yep.
So, Jeff,
Yeah?
the chance, please explode it. I have a feeling I'm not going to remember to export it, so.
Yes, I will. Don't worry, dude. I will definitely export
And I'll
this.
call the finale. Whatever you want.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, definitely. Brother, why?
You know what I want to say when I see this fight, right?
What?
I should have been the one to fill your soul with light.
That too, but I think Jerry has something else in mind.
Yeah, I think so.
But you guys didn't hear me again.
No, we
No.
didn't. What?
Dante, if I was Dante, I'd yell, "Liquid!"
Ah, yeah, see. At least that was right with one thing. I knew it was something else than typical DmC. Brother! But here's the question: Who has the dominant genes, and who were given the bad genes? Dante, or Vijo?
But didn't they clarify that Snake was the one who has the recessive genes and Liquid has the dominant one?
But that's what I'm joking about, Kyle.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that is a good question. Oh, I know there's a way you can actually.
I know too. Like I'm trying to trigger it, but I know there's a. Oh, there we go. Okay, when he's on, when he ground pounds and he has that stun animation.
Oh, okay, there you go. Now, you gotta remember that the only way you're gonna defeat him is making sure that you have to go into Devil Trigger form.
No, no, I remember, dude.
Okay.
Thank you, do, but I do remember, yeah.
Yeah.
Am I too strong now?
No?
No, your mic's fine. It's just, there's just those
there we
certain
go.
parts where we can't even hear you.
I'm on the Chrome. But when I'm on the app, it doesn't pick up my mic at all.
Which is really damn weird, dude. Sorry, brother.
I'm gonna type something to you in the TCF chat, Double R.
Okay.
Okay, now this is where it feels like it's actual DMC. Here we go. Let's go. Legit DMC. Yeah.
Which was awesome.
Yes, that was awesome. But hey, that's cool.
The only cool part that's actually cool.
So that shows you our growth is definitely a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of the views, now, if we can only get the follows.
Well, dude, don't worry. We should care less more about that and more trying, what we're doing now. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I guess that's fair.
Well, it is because that's the thing that I've learned as well as Jerry have, respectively, when we do solo streams, is that don't matter what your what your viewer count is, dude. Because the more you focus on that, the less you care more about what you're streaming.
Yeah, that is.
Lord,
That's cool. What?
Same you Double R notes.
Mm-hmm.
Not dog, get it. No, I don't want to watch that cutscene again, man. Wait, I can't skip it?
What?
I can't skip this cutscene. I have to watch that all over again? Really? Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, what the hell? Okay, I can skip them. That's weird. I have to press the back button just to skip cutscenes, not the start button?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's usually universal that the way to skip a cutscene in the game is usually the start button, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. No, that's my dog saying hi, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, nice. Yeah, speaking of which, my cat's somewhere in the house just being his usual
If I'm
lady, so.
too jacked up on caffeine, I'm up all night playing Persona 3.
Here we go. Doing better now.
You can't hear me.
And I said if you're too jacked up on caffeine, you would rather be up all night playing Persona, right?
Yeah, we already did. Oh.
Or maybe you should try typing something out again so that way they can see and then we'll try to reply back to you with what you said.
Oh wow, now I'm cheating. It feels like I'm cheating.
Well,
That's
good.
not supposed to be.
Yeah, but that's why. See, Jerry understands where I'm coming from.
Scam those boards. Fake apparitions.
Well, let me tell you another story.
Okay.
Since I'm more focused on this, yeah.
He still has a lot of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
10th grade, my geometry teacher was sitting in class, One day he says, this was, by the way, this is like the middle of the school year. Look, he knows me already. In the middle, he says, okay, De Leon. Because they can't say Jeremias.
Right.
De Leon. De Leon. He said it like that. So you know how to pronounce De Leon, though. It's cool.
Oh, looks like Virgil pulled a...
The king, are you there?
Looks like Virgil took some influence from Varys. Who knew?
Then asked me, and I'll never forget this. Did I occasion?
Did they ask if you were Caucasian? What?
Are you Cajun?
Oh, Cajun. Oh, okay.
Because of his last name being De Leon. That's right. Yeah.
Okay, now that makes sense. Yeah. You know, if they were to...
Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Not Napolans.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say for those people who don't know, because I did hear which Jerry said Cajun, because that is usually the last name De Leon is usually associated with Cajun, right?
French. We're Frenchies.
Yeah, French. That's what I meant to say.
Even though like
Devil Trigger.
it's Spain.
Got it.
Now there are French De Leon, but
There you go.
the way you can tell if we're Spanish and French is how we sign our names.
Am I really gonna spam Striker for the rest of the fight? Okay, good.
So the accent mark. French person, when they put the accent mark, if they're De Leon, if they're French De Leon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what's up new?
I don't...
A Spaniard.
Thanks for the lesson, Jer. What's up new?
I know, that's how I know I got Spaniard blood. Because my whole family always says accent on the O.
Huh.
Mark on the O. And apparently that's a Spanish thing. Like,
See, even the doggo agrees.
That's how I know. That's how I know I'm like a actually aren't Spanish. Oh, they don't have Spanish blood. Either Black and Native American or some other European thing. Like that's how we know we're actually Spanish, true Spaniard.
You know the saying, you know the old saying, guys, third time's a charm, right?
Oh, you died again?
Yeah. I was so close too, but again, I feel like this is gonna be the one.
You got it. Go get him.
What are you waiting for?
You know why you're not getting it.
What?
You know what you gotta do. We all
Yeah.
gotta do.
Think about him.
See about you. Say to Virgil, I'ma see about you.
Well, I already am, because I'm spamming nothing but strike.
It.
Fair. I'll reply in the comments.
I was seeing, we'll see about it, because the only thing I was using was spamming striker.
Cheer. That's why I made that emote the lowest price one. Because I know you wouldn't want to cheer.
No, it's real.
Because the see about you one is the highest tier.
Right.
Yep.
Besides, you pay me $30 for that. Sure, great, I'll accept it, but I'm not gonna sit and hold my breath.
Right.
See about people and use it. You go to other people's chats and spam it. For that. Paying for my highest sub just to.
Do you have somebody who is your highest sub right now?
That's a good question. Who is your highest sub?
Nobody. Both of y'all are at the lowest tier.
Oh yeah, 'cause we use Amazon Prime. That's right.
I said I wouldn't doubt Wheels getting the highest tier.
Oh yeah.
what to see about the emote in other chats.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Ability, he's paid $30.
Which is nuts. That you have to have a high tier emote to begin with.
It's up to me. They'd all be $5.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just shocked that they don't give you the option to make it both $5 or.
Twitch was like, yo, Twitch.
Because Twitch should be realistic, dude. You know what I mean?
I honestly don't know which emote icons I would have for my Twitch page if I were to make affiliate, to be honest.
Well, that's a good thing. It gives you time, dude, to think.
Yeah, I guess so.
Draw. Just take a picture of your face. Right? Expressions.
Okay.
People on Twitter that like commissions as emote artists.
Exactly. That's what I'm planning to do once I make affiliate.
Guess I should get on that. My emotes are.
Dude, you should. Like, in fact, I'm thinking of using a mixture of both you and someone else, dude. You know what I mean? Of course, I mean, dude, you're my best friend. You're always gonna be my first choice. But I was thinking doing like when I make an affiliate, make a mixture of both emotes of you and someone else, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. Gotta love timing, huh, guys?
Bless you.
Third time's a charm. Oh.
No, this is fourth time. You know the other old saying, fourth time's a charm. And then becomes fifth, and becomes sixth, you know, progresses. Because that's how Twitch works, right?
Yeah. Sixth time's a charm. Yeah. Thanks, Geek Fighters.
Don't jinx it, dude.
Oh, the game looks smooth on your end, but it's sad that when I'm trying to just train.
Yeah, I was telling Kyle that earlier, that unlike me and Kyle over here, who can watch stuff at 720 or 1080p at full 60 frames, you sadly can't because of how old your Mac is. Like, your Mac literally is equivalent of a dinosaur these days.
Everybody wants to
It's almost 10.
It's almost 8:30 right now for you guys, but 7:30 for me.
Damn.
Scooby.
We got the first form down good. And take care of the second form.
Turn Super Saiyan.
Not yet, I can't. I don't have enough to
He doesn't have enough double trigger yet.
yet, sadly. But that will change.
You know, I'm surprised that they really need to make, like a Dragon Ball game in this type of gameplay style where, you have a game through where you can actually go Super Saiyan.
Particularly Saga, but done.
Oh god. That'd be cool, but the sad thing is Capcom would have once again have to be partnered with Bandai Namco, and I don't know if they would like to again after what happened with Street Fighter Cross Tekken, right?
Yeah, but although it's really sad that we never even got a Dragon Ball Z fighting game from Capcom back in the old days when arcade fighting games were really awesome.
Well, we did. It was called Super Dragon Ball, so we kind of technically.
Well, no. I'm talking about like the 2D ones.
Oh, true.
Like Darkstalkers or Marvel vs. Capcom 2, that type of stuff.
Oh, true, but we kind of technically did, like I just said, with Super Dragon Ball Z with Craft and Meisters, you know what I mean?
Right, but then again, that was Dimps that made that.
I know. I understand what you're trying to say, that you wished it was like a 2D Capcom fighter. Well, I'm saying that we got a Capcom-ish fighter, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but now we have somebody who made a Hyper Dragon Ball Z on PCs through Mugen.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. Making a Dragon Ball Z fighting game as if it were made by Capcom.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the influence for why Dragon Ball FighterZ actually got made.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised either, to be honest.
Because someone actually had a passion to make a really fun and frantic 2D Dragon Ball fighting game.
Am I really gonna spam Striker? For the entire third form, I spam Striker. Jeez. I don't know if I should be proud of myself or be terrified.
Okay, when games get hard, a lot of times when they falsely do these like cheap difficulty upgrades, so they fight it back.
Yeah.
Do you have to go full on Devil Trigger to actually?
I hope not, man.
Because if that is, that's bullshit.
Yeah. Again, I hope that's not the case. I want the deep to dump this as humanly possible.
I think anybody.
But that's seriously, that is bad. That is bad. That is bad design, man. Why do I have to be in freaking Double Trigger? No!
I think you got him out of.
Does Virgil go Super Saiyan?
Yes. He does. Yeah, I think yeah.
Oh wow, really?
What?
Yeah, you saw the BS, right?
Freezing and not let me watch past the first few seconds.
What?
What?
Every time. I hit top player. See the screen now.
Dude, that's bad. Okay, screw it. I'm spamming Striker. I don't want to, but screw it. No, wrong way, Dante. Hey, Dante, dummy, wrong way.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Hard.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, but that's the sad thing about difficulty spikes. It's like you wish that a good game wouldn't throw crap at you just to make it harder. You know what I mean? For the sake of being harder.
Remember that you can actually use that ability to where you can actually lift him up into the air and do that air juggle too.
Yeah, when he's stunned. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, when he's stunned, so that way you can elongate the stun and remember to use your other weapons that you have.
Yep, I know, dude. Thank you for the advice, man. But I knew.
So you can.
I'm just watching somebody else on YouTube who's actually beating this boss. I'm trying to give you some pointers to what I can do to help you out.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hit back when he's in the air and throw that big old sword and hits him with that. That's a baseball. Back on. That's like
And the thing with the swords, those four that are with Virgil,
Yeah.
that are hovering above him, use Ebony and Ivory to shoot them down. You can actually shoot them down.
Oh, I found a way to do it just like when he goes to that mode, just to strike them, just to cancel it out.
feeling right.
Yes, that.
And parry those sword strikes in the air too.
Yep.
Even though you know you can do something doesn't mean you will.
I know that feeling because you've done the same thing too when I give you advice, right, dude?
Hey, you could tech the throws, but even though I knew what to do, I still kept getting hit by those throws. Knowing what to do and being able to do it are two things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tech the throws, but never once did I tech a throw.
Okay, that was a hell of a lot easier.
Reggie.
Oh, thank God, that was a hell of a lot easier.
Rilla, Reggie, Reggie.
Fans crappy. I didn't know he was hating on it. I was like, really?
Yeah.
See, I know, right?
Still love him. I don't know. Scrappy was so hated, but I see TV tropes like the Scrappy favorite character. I'm like, really?
Yeah, apparently he's hated because he's the cousin Oliver equivalent for no reason. Which just shows how bad the fan base for freaking Scooby-Doo is.
That's the thing about internet, man. Like, that's... Me growing up on the internet, I just liked what I liked. I didn't know that people hated things.
Well, it's like the recent crap with the whole She-Ra controversy. It's like, it's really not controversy, it's just different tastes for different generations. You know what I mean? Like, and honestly, I find it funny that people are whining and complaining. Yeah, but it's just like, why people whine and complain that they, like, these are the same people that said, oh,
that creator who designed her is legit, like, the writer of that show is, it's not even a designer, the writer of that show is known to be comics.
oh yeah, I get that, but it's just like, what I'm getting at is, like, I don't feel like what I'm trying to say is, I feel like in some cases, it's you know, manufactured, because these people are crying and whining about it. Are probably the same guys that said, yo, She-Ra's gay, just like how they said with freaking He-Man back in the 80s, right? I really have to spam Striker again. Behind game, oh, spam Striker, God. Oh, pull a dark side feel even though I don't want to. Come on, game, you make me pull a dark side feel when I don't want to.
Come on, you almost got him.
Piccolo style.
Oh, come on, really? I have to beat on this guy just to get more.
Just killing him.
I can't because I need to engage more of my double trigger.
Yeah.
Double trigger, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Don't get too greedy.
No, I'm not getting it too greedy. Oh.
Now, good thing he spits out a lot of...
I don't know if you guys saw, but jeez.
Oh, well, yeah, I just saw that.
Okay, what the heck? I was double. You guys saw that? I was double clicking freaking the sticks, and it wasn't. It didn't trigger until like the third time I clicked it. But yeah, we're finally done.
Good.
Finally done with DmC Democrat.
Fight right now.
And I don't care. I don't feel anything. I'm done.
You finally saw about Virgil.
Yeah, and I'm not even happy. I just don't care anymore.
That was quite the last near 4 hours of a...
I'm glad stuck it out to beat this, so that way next week we don't have to think about this game anymore.
I know. We're done with this game. Now when I'm able to yeah.
Do you defend this game or no?
Yeah, no, I do. Like, here's the thing. I defend the good parts, which are the first and second half. The third half, especially the part near the finale, you can tell that entire half, you can tell that entire arc was, you know, rushed to completion. Like, the first and second halves are good, but the third half, excluding the finale, which is the fight between Virgil and Dante, is utter trash.
Now Dante is a permanent whitehead.
Yep. Still think it's childish the fan base literally took that joke too seriously.
Yeah.
You know, the non-million years joke at the beginning. And I don't get why people are complaining about this, because this design's good. Like, with the white hair and how it's designed, like, that's good. That looks more in line with OG Dante, honestly. But younger. But yeah, we're done, and I'm not gonna lie, for a future game, if I'm able to have it get work again because of Windows 10, I would like to stream DmC 4 but if I'm not able to, I imagine Kyle will have to do it with us if he has a chance to, right?
Sure. That, or I could do Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition.
Ooh, nice. because my hand is killing me, and I think I'm gonna take a break from hack and slash games for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
So yeah, we finally finished DmC Devil May Cry from Ninja Theory and their publisher Capcom from 2013, I should say. Final thoughts. Who wants to go first?
Oh boy, I guess I'll go first. Quite a long and arduous journey, but it was really fun. Even if it was pretty short. But I mean, just looking at the game for what it is, it's still. Oh man, it still holds up really well, and I really do think it's a shame that we probably will never get the follow-up that some of us like us, some people like us really want to see.
Right.
From the series, but from what I experienced, it's still a phenomenal game from what Ninja Theory has worked on, and I would definitely like to see them try to take on the next installment if they ever could, even if it does end up as a Xbox exclusive in the future. But knowing Capcom, they're probably not going to allow it.
No, they probably will. I mean, we've seen the Dead Rising series.
Well, no. I'm just saying, for a series like this, but they would have to. With this game being multi-platform originally, they're probably going to be doing the same thing if they were to do a sequel. I mean, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, but
I could be mistaken, but
yeah, I mean, I don't think you're wrong, but at the same time, like, people tend to forget that the franchise did originate as a PlayStation exclusive for the PS2 era, so we've seen weirder things happen, so it could happen. You know what I mean? Jerry.
And I guess it was the definitive edition where the ending was extended, where you saw Dante grabbing Cat's ass as they walked away, right?
I think.
Because I remember that from the definitive edition.
I think it was. Yes, I think it was. Don't quote me, but I think it was.
But overall, Devil May Cry, or DmC Devil May Cry, I would definitely love to play it on my channel at some point, but yeah, it was fun watching it again.
Yeah, and when you do eventually stream it on your end, I imagine, like me, or do the better version, i.e. the definitive edition.
Yeah, the definitive edition. I think I may have to go actually pick up the definitive edition right now.
Because again, I want to say this game is good.
And besides, it's really cheap nowadays.
Yeah, but more importantly, I want to point across that as much as I hate the end, the third act of this game, this is still a good game, but I will still defend it. But here's the thing: this game you need to play the definitive edition. Don't play the last gen / PC port, please. If you are interested in this game, I highly implore picking up the like you said, Kyle, the cheap, very very cheap DmC Devil May Cry Definitive Edition for PS4 and Xbox One. Jerry, Better Cows, any final thoughts you'd like to share?
All right, you're next, Jerry. Jerry?
Yeah, well, final thoughts. Jared?
It's Discord again.
Okay.
Hello?
Yo.
Yes.
I leave the call. Yeah, you were asking my thoughts.
Yeah.
I was saying that, remember, you were talking about the definitive edition, right?
Yes.
How sad it is that even though you want a PC for everything, you still need a console just for stuff like this, where the PC port sometimes
is crap. Yeah, I agree.
Hey, I do like the game, but yeah, get the definitive edition because I remember even from the PS3 to the PS4 version how much I way liked the PS4 version.
Because it felt more complete. I agree.
Because 60 frames, yeah, it does make a difference.
It does, especially for games like this. Like in hack and slash, it has to be 60 or bust. That's what people really tend to forget, and I think you would wholeheartedly agree too, Kyle. For specific genres like hack and slash, action adventure,
fast-paced games like this, they need to be
like
in
Twitch
60.
games, like fighting games, like especially shooters, specifically first person, that need to be at 60 frames.
I would even say action RPGs too.
Yes, you're right. Action RPGs, and it's good. And it's good you specifically said action RPGs because with traditional RPGs, it really doesn't matter. It could go either way. I care more of a stable frame rate in regards to those type of genres, but I'm glad you specifically said action RPGs because it's true. But my final thoughts, I still like this game even with all its warts. I wish Capcom would eventually go back to it and make a sequel, and I'm glad that, with the upcoming release of DmC 5, I'm glad that its head designer, Hideaki Itsuno, did take some influence and is still proud of what the final product became of this game. And I would like to see what, Ninja Fury could accomplish, give it a chance to with this game. But it might happen, might not, who knows. But thank you very much, Double RPG and Fire Cows, for joining me as always for our final episode of Devil May Cry DmC. I should say DmC Devil May Cry. Who knows me, Jerry? I might be in the same boat you have dyslexia because I just showed. If you want to follow me, twitter.com/16bitjeff. On my end, I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. and Saturdays at 12 p.m. EST over on twitch.tv/16bitjeff. So if you want to look at my stream, which I'm currently doing, which is Fall 4, go over there and check when I go live. Jerry? Kyle?
.tv/fightercows .com/BradBurnsRival and twitter.com/fightercows.
Okay. You can find me on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/doublerpgreviews, youtube.com/doublerpgreviews, where I do my where I create my content on there. And you can also follow me on facebook.com and Twitter, where my Facebook fan page is Double RPG Reviews, and my handle on Twitter is Double RPG Review @Double RPG Reviews. So whichever social media site you go to, I will post at both at the same time. But be on the lookout for me playing Mega Man X4 in about an hour, because I'll be going live to play that game on my personal Twitch page. So be on the lookout for that, and definitely join me for that when that time comes. So
Awesome.
hope to see you there.
And that's it for me on my end. 16-bit Jeff.
On Double RPG.
And if you can't hear it because of the courtesy of Discord, that is Fire Cows, the head of the Geek Fighters. And before we sign off, as you can tell at the bottom of the Geek Fighters video player, we have a Discord link. So if it's anyone that's new and wants to chat with us and interact with us in the community, just click that link. You'll go directly to the Discord for our server, and you can chat with us, interact, and talk with the community members that we have. And we're so thankful to join us. And to those who watched us for the first time and like our stuff, please click the follow button if you like our stuff and would like to continue watching our stuff. I'm 16-bit Jeff.
I'm Double RPG.
And to Discord, that is the other guy is Fire House, the head of the Geek Fighters, and we'll see you next week for
We
both.
start our Power Morphicon footage.
Yes, me with my Morphin Power Rangers for the NES, Super NES, as well as Kyle over here with WRG with Power Rangers the movie, both by developer Natsume for the Super NES.
To quote Jerry, Rocky the best.
Yes, and to quote Jerry, due to Discord being SOB, Nino Cambio.
Peace out.
See you guys next weekend.
Bye-bye.
Guys, have a great remainder of your weekend, and thank you for joining us. Later.
Wholeheartedly.